Good evening and welcome. My name is Rob, aka Lantern Noir, and welcome to the Convergence, episode 21. It has been an exciting period where we've had a couple of weeks off to kind of build things up. El Santali, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you hanging out with us this evening. And yes, this is take two, and this will be the second time I've had to do take two because something happened with OBS that it disconnected all of my mics. And I have to manually reinstall the mic on every stream overlay. So this is the first time we've used the Convergence stream set, so I had to reload it. And Bravo, thank you for coming in, and thank you for gifting that sub to Hannah Beck. She will definitely appreciate it. She is a fan of the stream when she's here. And again, thank you for your support. It keeps the lights on, the dice rolling, and everything else. But enough about me. I am probably we don't rate people here. I'm one part of an amazing group of players, I like to think. And this group over here is the other 80% of that awesomeness. So I think we need to let them have a chance to introduce themselves, talk about who they are, who they're playing tonight, and what that character's one regret from before becoming an adventurer. We were discussing regrets. And it's an opportunity to, I thought, I wonder if any of these characters have anything they wish they had done before they donned the armor to do this. And before you disappear on me, Els Santali, you might want to hang around because, trust me, it's worth to watch if you know where it's going. I've known where it's going, and I found it fun. Just say it. Anyway, Molly, do you want to kick us off?
Sure do. I'm Barely Molly, or Bear or Molly, whatever you prefer, and I play Samantha Metal and JB, who Sam is the gnome artificer, JB is the walking vending machine, and a regret she has before adventuring. I'm pretty positive that Sam has blown up her parents' house a few times. I'm pretty sure her regrets are that, of the horror she's put her family through before adventuring. And yeah, she did lose an arm. I don't think she regrets that though. I really don't. I think that was like getting your ears pierced, just. It's over, it's done, and now we're under bigger and better things. And look at all these accessories now.
She shoots gumballs out of her palm.
It's pretty rad now. So, yes. I think the regrets are more so the horror she put through her parents through.
All right. NLK, you want to go next?
Sure. My name is Nightlight Knight, or NLK, and tonight I'm going to be playing Katie, or Katazar, our half-orc forge cleric. So I do have a clarifying question. Because she got, caught in a convergence event, are we talking about before the convergence event regret or after convergence event?
Anywhere between birth and walking into the Best Buy.
Oh, geez. You mean the Est Buy?
Right.
I think... Oh, see, I don't have a funny one. I think her regret would be that she didn't hug her mom more. Oh. So... It's a sad regret. Call your mom if you're in good relations with her.
Yes, good advice, but not right now because you're doing this. And trust me, your mother will not appreciate you multitasking her. At least mine doesn't. Tiffany, you're up next?
Sure. Hi, I'm Tiffany, or TS, and I'm playing Sibelia Mary Ione, your favorite human ranger who doesn't fully think out a plan. And I haven't really thought about that. I think she's probably regretting not actually studying languages when given the chance, because it's been a whole lot more than she expected in the world. She was pretty young, so I'd probably not kicking her brother more. It's hard to tell.
That's fair.
Hard to follow up hugging your mom. It was good. Like, Sid's not that deep of a thinker, you know?
Fair enough. Fair enough. And then, Pond, do you want to anchor us out?
Hi everyone, I'm that other pawn. I play Aveline the human fighter, and she was kind of thrown into this adventuring situation, at least here. So there's like a small list of regrets, but I would say probably the first and foremost is not actually marrying her fiance yet. Because now she's just really sad. She misses her. And also probably should hug her mom. Like that was pretty hard to top.
It reminds me of all the memes about these brooding half-orc barbarians, and then you imagine their moms getting them ready to go adventuring. You know, I packed you a little something to take on the road. There should be enough to share with your little friends on your way. And you're not wearing a coat? Like, do you realize how cold it gets in the mountains?
That loincloth is so filthy. I got you a new loincloth for your adventuring. What do you mean you didn't wear it?
And when are you going to bring one of these adventuring girls home anyways? Anyway. So catching you all back up on the most recent, I'm going to say that. I'm going to repeat it, that we are going to be catching up on the story thus far, so that if someone does truly want to say hey and bow out, you have some time to do that. But we would love to have you stay and enjoy a live session and be part of our chat while you do. So I'm going to delay just a little bit longer for the delay to get through. And at this point now, I feel safe safely doing it. Up until now, the short form, the party has successfully taken a convergence shard, gotten it to somebody who claims that they can fix the multiverse if they just get the quantum tunneling device from the Arbor of Ann. They went to the Arbor of Ann, they got the quantum tunneling device. They handed it over to that individual, he goes by Ted, who then magicked it away from them before proving that, he wasn't really there in the first place. He was just setting the party up to get murdered. Inconveniently, the party was not on board with getting murdered. So they set out to track him down. They've headed back to where the story has begun. They've returned to the Gnoll compound that they had first snuck in one back door and skipped all of. This time they found another entrance, got in there, had a great scrap with a bunch of the guards, took out the chieftain of the Gnolls in that area, and discovered that there's still no sign of Ted. Now, they have successfully recovered Sean, Sam's brother, so props to that. They have some possible leads. They have at least 2 members of the Queen's Own Dragoons on hand to assist if they would like to discuss a plan with them. And that's kind of where we left. And then they went shopping at Hot Topic, because this is in an abandoned mall, and because, again, remember, we're talking, this is our universe with fantasy stuff thrown in. They took the opportunity to go, well, there's a Hot Topic here, right? Yes. So we have to go shopping. Now, to what extent that comes up in our roleplay this evening, I have no idea. I'm not going to pretend to have an idea. I fully intend to get out of the way for all of that. No, not Hot Topic. That's where they have the broody clothes for 3-year-olds.
Hot topic.
Can we would support a Tot Topic opening in our malls, right? Hot Topic fashions for 4-year-olds?
Yes, but you'd have to not get it confused with the Tot Topic, which was actually the restaurant nearby, which everything is just made of tater tots.
I'm glad you clarified that, because that's about to get really awkward.
I was just giving you a minute. It was run by Gnolls for a while. It could have gone either way. Gnolls have business priorities too, probably.
3-year-olds have a lot to brood about.
To be fair, the theme of this entire season is Gnolls are people too.
Oh, well, not now. I think we decided after the whole Ted's not there and
They attacked us.
We're like, no, we're good.
They kidnapped my brother. I did say I was going to murder every dog on the planet after that. So
I got the impression that it was not killing your brother, it was killing your brother's sheep. Or sorry, goat.
Oh, Barnaby.
It started with kidnapping. Well, not being able to tell her what happened to her brother.
Wasn't his name not
Christopher.
actually Barnaby?
It's Barnaby to Sam. It's not Barnaby. I can't remember what it was.
It was Christopher.
Oh,
Yes.
Christopher Barnaby. Rest in peace.
And you thought Barnaby was the last one. He's like, no, that was something else. And you're like, oh yeah, I always hated that one. He just looked like a Barnaby.
He's had like 4 goats, and I've called them all Barnaby.
I really want to know how we can have a shirt with the not Barnaby goat on it. I don't know how that'll work, but it's got to be something.
Are there addendums to the minutes? Are we prepared? Well, we have one last bit of housekeeping to do before we can officially start our game, which is to first thank Firestorm for joining our family and thank everyone whose name is up over here as that we successfully kickstarted this campaign. These are the people who made it happen. They were willing to put up a few dollars at the beginning of the campaign so we could have all of our character art, we could have our theme music, we could make this a really amazing experience for all of you, and that's thanks to them. If you'd like to continue to support now that we're up and running and things are kind of clipping along, there is a Patreon. The link will pop up periodically in the chat. You can support us there as well, and you get to see our post-game chats, which are exclusive to Patreons, where the 4 of them just get a chance to ask anything they want and riff on all the stuff that happened in ways that we can't get on the stream because of time factors. So there's all that. And yes, part of the Kickstarter was a signed picture from the entire cast. And I'm very glad to know, Les, that it is now safely in your hands, literally on the other side of the world. So, okay. And Daddy, thank you for that. As soon as that sound ends, we are going to kick off with the opening titles, and then we're going to get down to some serious roleplay.
We are warriors to the very end. We must stay strong. Together we will win. In the universe there is darkness. Danger lurks out there. Danger. The evil tries to get us. It's everywhere. We are powerful. Beside you we will stand. We are warriors till the very end. Together we will win. The Convergence.
So the party finds themselves standing in an abandoned shopping mall, centered at some distance away from the most recent Convergence events, where our universe has had magic thrown upon it from different realities. The Gnolls have more or less scattered to the wind. The Cineplex portion of the theater has had a fire set in it, so whatever happened to be there is probably gone. And you have the residents of Oxford on hand. You have the Dragoons. I'd like to know what y'all would like to do now.
I think we started by getting everybody out of the mall, which is now on fire.
Oh.
I think we had walked out of the mall by now.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going to talk to the Dragoons, but I don't.
They gave us the information that Ted was not with the caravan.
Right.
Right.
That's right.
And
So we have no idea where he is.
Right. What
And
if
then,
we
and then he
check?
set it on fire, right? He set them all on
Yeah.
fire. Okay.
Right.
Assuming
What
he
if-
was here to set it on fire, you haven't actually gone into the flames to look for him?
Better for everybody.
Well, but wait. So wait, the last thought also was we're still missing Lady.
Helena.
Elaine, yes. Yep, right. And she could be in the fire. There's potential for.
I thought we confirmed she was not.
Yeah, I
Oh,
thought we
yeah.
confirmed too.
Okay,
We gave
okay.
a
If
little
we
look
confirm,
around.
then yes. Okay, never mind.
I'm gonna send Fukan just to do a perimeter sweep and see if anybody ran out that side of the building.
Okay. Fair enough.
What's the good of having a flying thingy if you don't use it?
Exactly.
So I think have we already talked to Sean about anything that he knew, or did we not get that far?
We did. It was like he was thrown into a bag by dogs, and he has not they just took the crystal from him, and then he was in a bag, and then he was in the mall. Like that's
Right. So he didn't hear anything.
Yeah,
That's right.
at least
Okay.
I remember him saying, because I was like, "Did you see another gnome?" And he was like, "No,
right.
he only saw Gnolls." So
Okay.
And where was the caravan headed that does not have Ted in it?
Towards the Convergence event by Arbor of Vans.
or
by Haven.
dinosaur one.
mhm.
Okay.
The one by Haven that was
Yeah.
or was Haven, and now
Mhm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
Dinosaur.
Now it's the new Dinotopia.
Yep.
Welcome
Is
to
there a
Jurassic
chance
City.
he's heading towards a different Convergence event area?
What if Helena's place
Helena.
isn't, I don't know why I screw her name up
Helena,
differently
Helena.
every time. I think last time I told her Christine. So what if her place wasn't far from here? What if we go check that out and see if we can find a clue?
We could do that.
We could. Sam, can you DM Helena?
She's within 120 feet,
Ah,
and I know her general direction. So I can just point in every direction. DM.
well, I think that Fukan probably would see her if she was
Yeah.
within 100 feet. So,
Fukan reports back. And after some clicking and high-pitched notes back and forth between Sib and Fukan, he establishes that the only things he can see are packs of gnolls running off in various distances. There seems to be some rough, or he's like, there's packs, and he uses the word specifically a couple of times. But there are no signs of any humans or halflings or large spiders.
did Ted mention where the Convergence event for the Gnolls happened? Does anyone remember?
I thought it was here.
It wasn't very far from here, yeah. Because that's how they ended up in the mall, wasn't it? That it was.
Not too far away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was not too far away, but also it wasn't directly here because I don't think Ted would put all his research where a Convergence event that he's trying to reset is.
Yeah.
In case it goes
Okay.
wrong.
Also, how's everyone feeling about a nap?
A nap would be
I wouldn't
good.
say no. Not gonna lie, that was a rough battle. I'm feeling good,
I'm
but
truly fine. I have no more spell slots left, though.
Oh, so you're talking about like a long rest?
Yeah.
Like a full long rest?
Yeah.
Like an overnighter.
what time of day is it?
If I remember right, you guys have been pretty much hauling butt all day.
Yeah.
Like you started
Yeah.
off
Yeah, 'cause we,
down
like,
by
booked it here.
by the
We
Arbor
started off
Van.
on.
First thing in the morning, you met up with Ted. Then you
Yeah.
met the dragoons. Then you conned them out of their horses, sort of.
Is that
We
all
didn't come
today?
apart. No, we
It's
spent the
been,
night
like,
at
one
Sean's.
day.
We spent the night at
Oh.
Sean's.
Oh, that's true. We did
Because,
spend the night.
That's
because
right.
we needed our cleric to have some.
What to say? I was like, Lord, how did
How do we survive that battle? We would not have
But still,
survived.
you know when you go to the mall and you're like, I've only been here an hour, and you go outside and it's dark out. It's like
Yeah.
one of those things, you know?
Okay, fair enough.
To be fair, then, yeah, you would be coming on to evening at this point, late afternoon, evening. Although there is the question of how long do you want to let Ted do whatever Ted's doing?
But I think we might need a rest.
Don't know where he
Oh,
is.
we
We don't
can
have
go.
any
Yeah.
clues as to where he could be going right now, aside from possibly to the Gnolls, which we don't know where that is either.
I don't need a long rest. I only need a short rest. And I'd love to just do a little, perhaps while the rest of the party is taking a
Chatting.
longer rest, to try and at least talk with the dragoons or like figure out a plan to try and see if I'm alerted to anything about Ted. Because all of my benefits come back with a short rest.
I'll send JB with you, and he'll just follow whatever you say. Like, he's a bonus action to command. Otherwise, he'll just follow you.
Well, there are the
But-
dragoons that came to support, so you don't have to go very far to talk to them.
Because I'm just hoping if they could get some intel while we're resting, if they are up for such a task.
I want them to go off and scout.
Yeah. I mean, if there's way more of them than there are us, so.
Well, currently there's only 3 of them with us.
But we also have like the town people, right?
True. Yes.
So if we have a scouting party happen while we're resting and we can get any word of anything that's happening, that'll help us.
Maybe like people follow each of the packs that go off, and then someone goes to the Convergence site or the Gnolls, and I don't know
Yeah.
where else we'd want to look.
Anywhere that we know a convergence has happened, I
Oh
guess.
my god, what
In
if
the
it's at the
immediate area.
7-Eleven?
Really, we spent all that time there, and after we leave, a convergence center happens?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or is he taking that over as his headquarters? Now, Ted.
Would murder. I would murder.
Dead
That
immediately.
was
He's
cool.
already
Ted.
dead, Ted. Now he's 6 feet under, dead.
Yeah.
If he hadn't, he has now.
He's 711 feet under.
Are
Dead.
you? Yeah, 711 feet under. That would. He would be. It would. I would literally turn him into slushies and
Oh, no, no.
serve him from the 7-Eleven. Are you
No, it's-
kidding me?
Yes, because like you know that scene when Han Solo gets changed into like the carbonite guy, you're gonna do something like that to Ted with Freezy.
Yeah,
Something
that
is-
is immediate murder. Immediate murder.
Hang him over a vat of acid and slowly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we're getting too dark. All right.
Yeah,
Are we taking a long rest?
I mean, I feel like if we're about to. This feels like very close to fighting like the big bad. I would not
Yeah.
feel comfortable going into that with like no spells.
I don't know how close we are to that, but I do feel like we don't have any leads right now. We have people that could do scouting parties and maybe find a lead for us to go on. I think Katie's only thing is like we're sending people aside from the dragoons that may not be prepared to take on packs of gnolls.
They just did though.
I mean,
pretty
that's
well.
true.
In mass.
In mass,
Well,
though.
they're all
yeah,
mass.
okay.
Yeah, we're definitely
Gnolls were
like
also
when I
in
was saying
mass.
for them to like scout out very like stealthily, like do not engage at all, just gather information.
Yeah.
The DM's only
So-
contribution at this point is knowing who you are and knowing that he's out there. Are all of you really like mentally prepped for it? Tired you may be, putting your
No.
boots up for 8 hours.
No.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
The only thing that worries
No.
me here.
Not really.
Now,
Like Aveline will go look while everyone's
yeah,
resting. If that's
we've
the
been playing a
case.
while. I think we have a little faith in me. I'm not going to throw you up against another
Is it
epic
so?
battle.
I do have a question. How
Yeah.
far is the Knoll convergence? Like how many hours?
Oh, it's within an hour.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, we could all get a wagon and rest.
I don't think we
And
have a wagon
travel.
around here, do we?
No, well, we could probably
There's
get
a
one or
parking lot.
makeshift one.
You could probably
Yeah.
hitch a couple of horses to an old
Yeah.
F-150 and you got a wagon.
All right, come on, dragoons. How about you help us out here? Let's go check out the Gnoll
Ooh,
site.
actually, could
Oh, dear God.
okay, question. Clairvoyance. Clairvoyance. I don't have it prepped right now.
Okay.
But would it be considered an obvious location that's unfamiliar to me? Or is it not obvious enough?
I will have
Like
to
the
consult
Gnoll-
the plain text of the spell.
It says you create an invisible sensor within range in a location familiar to you, a place you visited or seen before, or an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you, such as behind a door, around a corner, or in a grove of trees. Now, the range is only a mile, so we're not there yet, but I just wanted some clarification on that really quickly before. And then we can do what we need to.
Huh. Interesting. Within range, obvious location that is unfamiliar, such as behind a door. The sensor remains in place.
Mm-hmm.
You can use the chosen sense through the sensor. So what would you like to try to do with it?
I mean, just so if I say I want to see the center of the Gnoll Convergence event, and I just want to see,
Okay.
and we're within a mile of it, would that work? Or is that too broad? Clairvoyant magnification.
So, okay, here's based on the examples, here's how I am reading the spell.
Okay.
It is intended to be a place you've been before,
Mhm.
or if it's somewhere that you're new, it has to be a very obvious locate part of that place you have not been. So based on the examples, you can use your plunk to pass, to look around a corner because you can identify exactly where you're putting it.
Okay.
So the Gnoll Convergence, I would say it's not
Even
a
if
place.
it's like the center.
Yeah, you don't really know where to
Okay.
place it
Okay.
because
fair.
you've never been there before. That's how I'm interpreting the way the examples in the spell give me that plain read of it.
Okay. Cool.
That said,
Fair enough.
cool application.
That's okay.
You
Just wanted
could
to
use it to check on Helena's house because you have been there and
that's
you are familiar
true.
with it.
I just don't have it prepared, so we wouldn't
Right.
be able to do it now anyway. But okay, that's fine. Thank you for the clarification. We can appreciate it.
Should we just go check on Helena's house? Like, that's a pretty. We found Sean by going to his house and following.
I would like to, because I don't think we have another good lead. It's a lead. And
really
it
the only
rules
thing we
out her
have.
being at home.
Besides going to the middle of the Gnoll Convergence, that's really like the only.
They're not far from each other, I don't believe.
No, because she was stationed so she could observe the Gnolls in this
Observe it.
wall.
Yeah.
That's very
okay.
true.
Okay.
I think that's a very
I'm
good
gonna
idea.
I want to go check out her house.
Okay.
I'll go
Yeah.
with her.
At
I'm
the
good
very
for
least,
that.
we can try and find some clues or something like that.
Yeah.
She seems like she'd be smart enough to leave something behind if she was taken, like to help.
Yeah, especially
That's
because
very
she was
true.
kind of a guard of a sort for this area, so she's got to be prepared for something. Of course, we did give her the bad guy.
Fair enough.
You,
Plan
you left her alone with. He
with
was-
the
bad guy.
gnome. We thought he was fine, just a little crazy.
So
Okay,
this
I'm
sounds
sorry, I
like-
really don't like the way you said a gnome. Like that, Katie.
I'm sorry.
You are
Sam. I did not mean anything
Excuse
like that. He
me.
obviously
Oh, just a
unless-
half orc. Oh, see, it doesn't feel good, does it?
No, it does not.
But
I apologize, Sam.
Thank you.
But I do still hold to the fact that he is a lesser gnome than you.
This is true. This is true.
He's not here to respond to that.
So trying to find a good pun using that, and I just couldn't.
Something along the lines of lesser evil, greater evil, Cthulhu thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
greater
it's that.
gnome.
He's just a
No
very
place like
small
gnome.
man.
No place like gnome.
I can't. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, we get punch drunk when we don't have our long rest, don't we?
So are you
Mhm.
taking a short rest first? Are you finding some
I don't.
teams of horses to pull a wagon so you can do it on the way, or are we just heading out?
We could take a short rest at Helena's. As
Yeah.
that
Yeah, let's do that.
I would like to. Yeah.
Deanne just wants to clarify. That's all.
I will, while we're walking though, mend JB full up as one of his like mended days.
Okay. That will put JB at what?
It's 2d8 plus 3. I don't remember how much he's missing.
I have him at 10 of 30.
Okay, so he's 2d8 plus 3. I'll roll for it.
Okie doke. And you set out. If I recall correctly, joining you at the mall were Roe, Aliston. Did Quaddlebottom make it up here too?
Yes, he did.
No,
believe.
Quaddlebottom wasn't. It was the three. The
Oh, I have them
One's
written
down.
down.
purple. No, they were responding to Quaddlebottom.
That's right.
Okay.
Quaddlebottom, not bottom. Bottom was that sniff bottom.
I
Sniffle bombs.
definitely wrote down Quaddlebottom.
Quaddlebottom.
Official name. Official name.
Well, that's not what it
Yep.
says in my notes.
It doesn't matter. I'm with Katie.
We shall forever call him Quaddlebottom.
Yes.
I would just say I'm just saying his name wrong every time, slightly, accidentally, but well, not him. Quaddlebottom.
Okay. Yeah, so he was off. He's part of how you know that the caravan that was the caravan isn't really a caravan. At least it wasn't a caravan with Ted in it. It's not a long journey to find the area that you had met Helena for the first time. The forest is, the trees are not too far. That part of the forest isn't too far down the way. The trees thicken up to provide good cover for her research building. And then you have an opportunity to make your way and try to figure out which tree it was. Because as you recall, the whole goal of the enchantments was to hide among the trees, which creates an interesting challenge of trying to remember exactly where you were going to go. Oh,
But didn't Katie spray paint the tree?
she did mark it. She did mark it. Well done. Which is what she's thinking. As she's like, all we have to do is find the tree that has the Forge God symbol painted on it, and we'll be right
Exactly.
there. It can't
She'll
be
be
that
quite
hard
simple.
to find. And then you smell something on the air.
Do I recognize the smell?
Something, blood.
Do we all
We all-
sense this or just
Yeah,
Katie?
especially at Aveline in particular, will pick up that scent of like there's been a fight here. You pass around a couple more trees, and you don't need to worry about the enchantment that would have protected the watchtower, because all the spiral stair is completely visible, as is all of the magic around it that has been clearly deactivated.
Oh no.
Don't like that.
Eveline's gonna run to the stairwell and start searching it immediately.
Katie
just
is
have-
going to get her warhammer out and look through the tree line, kind of doing perimeter check.
Okay.
What did we do with Sean, by the way?
We just left him. He's like, I'm gonna go break some
He's
bread.
back in a sack. Someone's carrying him.
He's in JB.
Aubrey's
Oh my
got him. Yeah.
Just
Mr.
no, can I
Fancy Bag.
have like given him the key to the 7-Eleven so that he can go and like
I thought he was gonna like go home and clean up his house. I don't think we.
I don't want him. Well, I guess he'd be alone at our 7-Eleven.
I mean, we
go
could've-
home.
But it is
Go.
You know what?
fortified. 7-Eleven is, aside from the giant hole in the wall.
Maybe he's helping Doogie and Aubrey.
And
yeah,
Ted doesn't
can
know
he
where
just
the
like have
7-Eleven
gone
is.
with some people? I don't want him alone.
I'm still back on him stuck in JB.
I do love. I mean, if you will allow
worked
him
for
to
Sam.
do that and not get harmed, then
No,
yeah.
I think the most reasonable from what you've proposed and what he might even suggest is that he and Doogie and Aubrey will head back to town together.
Okay. Cool.
In fact, if you even suggest they can crash in the 7-Eleven,
Yeah.
Aubrey is totally down with that.
Yeah.
She's like,
I'll give him
oh
the
yeah,
key.
we're turning
go
that
for it."
place into our hangout now.
Well,
Yeah.
they've been repairing it. Before we left, I did throw some money at them because we were called in favors with the
Guys,
town.
Sean makes the best snacks. This is the greatest decision ever. Okay.
Okay, so let me get this straight.
Okay.
You have now officially turned the 7-Eleven over to a baker and 2 teenage would-be adventurers.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
The coffee shop that's going to come out of this is going to be
Oh
awesome.
my gosh,
It's gonna be so good.
amazing.
And
Yeah.
there's, the little hot dog roller spots. Like, it's going to
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a blast.
Oh, like the cream
getting
cheese
so
stuffed pretzels. Oh. So good.
Well, they got better than that.
Helena, are you here?
So,
We
I
got
also need,
pretzel
as a
bites.
point of paperwork and order, though, I also want to clarify: is Katie using her hammer and her shield, or is she stowing those for her new maul?
Oh, that's right. Okay, so question, if I store the shield, does my AC go down?
It will go down by 2. That is the trade-off.
I like my AC.
Well, then you could just strap it to your back for now.
Well, we're investigating at this point.
Yeah, I'll
Like,
strap them all to my back right now and just have my normal warhammer because I've not practiced with the Maul of Terror. I don't really know how it works quite yet.
You
so,
do need to attune to it for a short rest
Yeah,
at
I've
least
not had-
to activate the terror effect.
Yeah, so I'm not. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
there's-
just a heavy piece of metal. I could still smash things with it, but
And the inherent terror effect of a half-orc forge cleric swinging a 2-handed warhammer.
I mean,
It has its own built-in terror effect.
you're not wrong.
As you start to spread out, Aveline doesn't even need to get to the base of the tree to see some of what has happened. She will immediately spot 2 bodies pinned literally to the trunk, dressed in the uniforms of the dragoons. Neither is moving, and your experience says they're not going to start anytime soon.
Do we recognize the dragoons?
Since you're the one that ran up, you will recognize the uniform as the 3rd Regiment Queen's Own. But you do not recognize the individual members. But the coat and the coloring, that you'd be shocked if it wasn't that group.
So we think it is a dragoon, just not one we recognize.
Right. I mean, it's a whole... There's 400 of them, so that you're going to...
Yeah.
You've only met members of Company Meteor so far, which is one of the lowest ranked companies, too.
You said it's arrow. They're pinned by arrows.
You'll have to get up there and look.
I will.
I'm so
gonna-
looking.
yeah.
I will investigate what's going on
Absolutely.
with them.
As you start to go, you pass some shrubs and bushes, and you look down and you see the massive frame of a celestial horse.
Oh.
And then you hear a...
Yeah,
Katie, save the
immediately.
horse.
Can I save? Can I
Spare
save
the dying.
it?
Do something. Something.
We'll
anything.
do spare the dying. I'll try spare the dying
You
on it.
check the other one. This one's
Were there
dead.
2?
There's a second one that you can hear some sounds off in the distance.
Oh, then yeah.
Horse.
I'll try to save the horses.
You make your way
Notice
over
how
to
we
it.
were all way more upset about the horses than the dragoons.
So much horse.
But no! The horse has a chance of surviving, apparently.
Don't you die on me, Barnaby!
Yeah, you can get to it, and you can cast Spare the Dying.
Does it seem to do anything?
Yes, it does. It absolutely does. You kneel down next to it. You start to pray to the Forge God. You can almost hear a certain like, really, a horse? Okay, whatever, works for you, in the back of your head. And you can provide it peace. It is not about to die.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Does anybody see the? Oh God, what are they? The gorge?
The Gorget.
The gorge?
Probably be on one of the
Yeah,
nailed
probably on one of
people
these
over
two
there.
here.
You head over to investigate, and you can see that they have that one of them is pinned through the chest with the top half of a spear. It looks like he's been run through, and the spear's just been broken off. And the other one looks more like she's propped up against it, but has had significant wounds with some kind of large blade.
Does the
Either-
spear look like tribal? Like, does it look like something the Gnolls had, or does this look more like
You'll have to pull it out to investigate it.
you're definitely saying they're both fully dead?
Oh yeah,
Okay, I'll pull it up to investigate it, or JB will put. He's the stronger one.
He's
He'll
the strong
pull
one.
it out so I can investigate it.
Plink. The tip is forged and well mounted at the end of the wooden shaft.
So it doesn't seem like a Gnoll-made weapon.
Probably not.
Would look like something from the Haven village with the people who were all about that forge
Possibly.
imposter.
Do we recall in this place before it got all messed up, like Helena having any weapons or anything of the sort?
She was not. She had like daggers and large knives, mostly for. I mean, the line between large cooking knife and dagger is a very thin one. So
I'd like to investigate. Just use a stealth or a survival to check for tracks or any other signs around. They're dealing with the horse and the bodies. I want to
good
see
move.
if I can find anything
Okay,
else around.
roll me a survival to see if you can find some tracks. You head off to do that. The horse is not in great shape. It's not gonna die anytime. Oh, okay.
Good
It's
way
not
to
gonna
start.
die anytime soon. Yeah, for those who watch such things, which I'm gonna. This window isn't doing what it's supposed to do. There we go. I have a very tight window, literally, for putting things where they're supposed to be. But natural 20 on the survival check. So, fascinating. Very fascinating. Anyway, the horse is struggling. And as you go over to the body, find the gorget. The one of the two gorgets is actually cracked up the middle and split. And what's weird is it's not like it's been hit and dented and cut. It looks like it cracked outward.
Oh,
When I-
the other one. Can I cast mending on it? They're like connected to these things. Can I? Is it like damaged? Would that help this horse?
You can mend the one that you find. The other one is still intact.
Yeah. Can I mend it?
You can. It's a cantrip. You point at it. You do a few things, and it welds together. But it has no effect on the dead horse.
Oh.
Well, remember when we were riding with the dragoons, we found out that the horses are connected to the riders and the gorgets, and if one dies, then the
Well,
others.
but
kind of
this one's
released.
alive, and this person's definitely dead.
I was
I'll do
assuming
spare
the broken
dying just
gorget
in
was the one who.
case.
As
On
you're
the-
discussing this, you notice that the horse that's been spared slowly pulls itself up on its feet. Has a chance to look around.
I will help it as much as I can.
Yeah, it kind of like takes a few steps away from you and turns back towards the four of you, specifically to Katie. And it extends its front leg and bows, its nose almost touching the ground. and then it turns and starts to walk slowly down the path you came up. And with each fall of the hoof, it fades a little bit
Horse.
until there's nothing left of it.
No horse.
Did he return? He didn't die, did he?
He just returned to celestial plane?
The celestial farm upstate.
Oh my god, you can't do this.
Does the Gorget break? The other one?
No, it's intact still.
Is the saddle still around?
The
I'm
saddle
gonna
went
put the
with it.
Gorget on Katie. The intact one. Give it a call.
I'll bend down so she can
Yeah.
put it on.
At some point, maybe you'll learn how it works.
Yeah, I have no idea how it works.
Tap, tap, tap. Is this thing on? Horsey?
So Katie, so Sam, did you take out the spear? You took the spear out, so both the bodies are lying by the tree now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Katie is going to arrange the bodies and do a shorter version of the rites, the burial rites that we did. So we don't take half an hour doing.
Well, these bodies, you don't have to hide these bodies. I'm just going to put that out there. You you have, these are not ones you're going to be catapulting into lakes.
Technically, we didn't have to hide the last one.
I have one spell left for catapult.
Sam, no. Sam, no.
Sorry. Sorry.
We need to find Helena.
Or Sib goes off. Sib, you find a couple of interesting things as you scout the area. There have been a group has definitely moved away from here without covering its movement. In particular, that group is made up specifically of
Is this the rest
one,
of the thieves?
2, 3, 4, 5 humanoids. Also with a natural 20, I would add on a little bit of potential. Nope, that's what you get. You get a clear direction they have gone.
There is a smaller footprints, like there's a gnome with them.
No, there are not. However, in a
These
different direction, you also can make out where it looks like there's been smaller movement, a few broken branches here and there that are starting to kind of mend. It might be a footprint, hard to tell, but you're pretty sure about the right size for a gnome, where it meets up with a set of gnoll prints and heads off in a different direction. Now, this trail is easily 5 or 6 days old.
When does it look like the dragoons were killed?
Recently, within a day.
And the tracks going the other way with the 5 humanoids looks fresher?
Oh yeah, within a day. So
Okay, I'll go back. And
the ranger
report.
can report back, in particular, one set of tracks that's not Ted, but recent, and one set of tracks that probably is Ted,
Might be Ted.
but older.
Could he have gone on a scouting party maybe to find the center? But we would see him returning.
It kind of seems like Ted left before, and then whatever happened here is maybe what happened to Helena. Like, it very much so seems like the 4 humanoid prints. Was there like a...
Anybody
found
being
a-
dragged or carried
She
or
was
something?
slender. Did she have
Yeah.
a narrow foot? Is her footprint different than...
And Aveline went up into the tree, right?
Yeah, I wanted
To
to
see.
investigate to see if there is anything that I could find relating to Helena.
I'll go with you and assist or also investigate.
Okay.
Watch the perimeter, I guess.
Yeah, we'll watch the perimeter while they do that.
Okay. All right, I'll throw that to you to use as you need to use. Aveline and Sam emerge up into the space, and it's more or less like you remember leaving it. Room for a couple of people to live, the tables, a cooking area. There was the magic portal area that could be used to conduct back and forth to the Imperial City if you knew how to work it. And papers everywhere. Extensive signs of research. There's even a few that have been laid out on one of the side tables with pins holding them in place and different bits of string connecting the diagrams to indicate relationships within different things. Arcane diagrams that Aveline will blink at a few times and then get an instant headache. To which Sam will go, "Oh, yeah, it's because you're holding it upside down." See, now it makes sense.
Still a headache.
Here, have a Twinkie. It'll help.
I'm assuming you're going. What's the plan? I
Can
make no assumptions tonight.
Can I look to see if Helena has left any clue? Like, it obviously looks disheveled in here. Can I search for a clue she perhaps left behind of what happened or where she went? She's a smart lady.
Yeah, I'm assuming she would leave something behind, even if in a panic, because she is all about like finishing her job. So she'd want someone to be able to find the next thing.
Didn't she have like recording devices and stuff though to watch the Gnolls? Is there like a recording device in here?
There is not. And a lot of the equipment that she had, the magical bits, have been disassembled and the various crystals are laid out. As Sam starts to sift through the notes, one thing that leaps out at her is that there's nothing that works for sending an observation device through a convergence event. There's a lot of starts and then like scribbles at the bottom of the page. Or there'd be like a diagram and then a massive X over part of it. And there are clearly two different sets of handwriting on all of these papers.
So it seems like her and Ted were working on this.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like the more they worked, the less progress they made. And you're checking their math. Their math it works in that they're not making mistakes, but they keep getting impossibilities within the math. So
that doesn't bode well for this experiment.
Right.
Oh God. Okay. That's not good news.
Do you think that he would take her with him to, if they do seem to work well together, even if they're not getting anywhere with their research? Like, do you think Ted would keep her because she seems useful?
Oh. Sorry, I was reading something. This is interesting. She was doing a little side research into your event, Aveline. Like your convergence. And I'm gonna pull up I'm sure that the papers are not legible for Aveline, but I will explain. It looks like it's how to find Clarice and where your event was, and then you're gonna see like the writings change. It says the center of Aveline's convergence can be found, and this is Ted's writing. So
we need to go there immediately.
Yes.
Aveline's like already like grabbing Sam and
I will grab up all this information as much as I can, and as much as like my arms will hold of these notes as well, because the other thing that's very concerning is if all their experiments to get these devices to work in the convergence were failing, and the math is all correct here, Aveline, and yet anomalies are failing it still, that really does not bode well for the device that Ted made that he said he's positive will work. And now he's gambling it with your world.
Yeah, Aveline's not even
So I
talking
think we
at
should
this
go. I
point.
think we should go.
How
now,
far
yes.
away is my convergence event from this point? Like, I
Yeah.
should know that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's well.
Like, I had that point memorized.
Is it the same? Is it like it's the same that they wrote down on the thing?
If there's a map, I could probably like double check that.
Yeah.
Because it was outside of our city.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a good distance.
Yeah,
Evelyn
yeah.
spent some time traveling to reach you guys. In particular, let's see here. It's about 50 miles.
We're gonna get some horses and we're gonna go. Instantly. Like,
Yeah.
Aveline's like not even making sentences properly. She just
Yeah.
like has Sam under her
Yep.
arm and she's saying, "We need to go," to
Yes.
everyone, and is starting to book it.
I am
Which
not
way are we
fighting being
going?
carried. I like this.
Because Fukan can scout ahead.
Back to that parking lot that had those cars.
Back to the mall.
If that's in the correct direction. If back in the mall is like if we pass the mall.
You want to pass them all?
I want to get to the vehicles and make a carriage so we can get there faster, unless we can get a bunch of horses otherwise.
I don't know how we would. I mean, even if we made a carriage, we still don't have a horse. Katie.
That's okay. Like,
Oh yeah, the
Some
four
of
of you
the
are gonna
horse.
pack onto
Evelyn.
one celestial
One
horse.
horse. I can ride
no,
JB
Sam reads
easy.
Well, the dragoons
I've got Long
have
Strider.
horses.
Oh, there's Longstrider. And
You know
could-
what? I'm small. Can Fukan carry me?
short
How big is
distances,
the-
we decided.
Oh,
but
yeah,
only if
yeah,
he
okay.
hits your head against railings.
Right. Well, I can ride on JB. That's no big deal.
What
50 miles. That's like a day.
A forced march is 4 miles an hour.
How far can J?
Well, and it was already like getting nighttime, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
JB is 40-foot speed. So if he dashed, he could do 80.
Right.
Wait. Yeah.
But that would also start to split the party if you don't come up with if you either you do it on foot or you have to recruit again transportation, which you could try to catch the
I have a dumb question for you. If I enlarged JB, would he be big enough to pull a car with us in it as a horse? It would be a ginormous vending machine pulling a car. Or just a cart or something that we could makeshift.
Okay. I like the plan,
Uh-huh.
but enlarge only lasts a minute.
Oh,
oh,
bummer.
buzzkill.
Yeah. Let me check something
I did not read
else.
that part. Okay.
Hold on. I know what what level y'all are at. Let me see if I can pitch back to you. Oh, that's also 1 hour. That doesn't get you too far. Okay, so you've had, Aveline, I need to kind of know, I'm trying to picture the scene. Is Aveline charging off down the trail anyways, or is she waiting long enough to make a plan with everybody?
I think
she's
we-
charging down. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were all like yelling plans as we are
Okay,
Yeah.
as you're,
going
like,
as
striding
fast as
a
we
quick
can.
stride. Okay. So Aveline comes barreling down and starts to head off. And she spots, as she's starting down the trail, movement coming up from the south. Someone coming through the tree line alarmingly fast.
Come from the south, from the mall.
That would be
Yeah,
the direction of Oxford and the Imperial City.
Oh.
Because if you
So the
go
opposite direction we're going?
south to north, you have Imperial City, Oxford, Mall, and then Helena's right in between Oxford and the mall.
Would you say they're within
and you-
DMing?
And you need to go that way, he said, adjusting for the camera.
So we're going past.
You could
Oxford, then
detour through the
diagonal.
mall if you wanted to. Or you could go south to
It's on
Oxford and
fire.
then go.
I'm going the most direct way possible.
Is
Um,
is the thing coming at us? We can't see who they are.
It's a humanoid, it's a person, and they're moving really fast towards the watchtower.
Is it? Are they within 120 feet of us?
Sure,
Can I message them?
sure.
Can I make
Hello!
out who they are?
Who are you?
Checking my notes. I really should have put her in her own section of the notes. Because she should be on the NPC chart. She answers back as... Skim. Ah, there it is. Reggie with the Long Striders delivery.
Long Striders. Do I know what that is? Feels familiar.
It's a guild of fast runners, delivery people,
Oh.
couriers, and messengers.
Do I know them?
Are you in the DMs?
No, I have no idea.
Who are you delivering to, Reggie?
I have a package with the Watchers Guild.
For whom?
Oh, that was the group that Helena was with.
Oh shit, is this for Helena?
I could slow down to look, but I kind of like to stop when I get there.
Well, it's if you're headed to Helena, then it's a nightmare and she's not there because there's been a murder.
There's a what?
Yeah, maybe
not,
if you're
not Helena. Not
No,
Helena.
yeah. No,
Helena has
but there's
not been
been
murdered.
there's no one home. Just how about you come up the road where I'm on the road?
Okay.
No, big gnome or small gnome, big vending machine.
Okay. She comes out of the brush relatively quick. She's dressed in running pants that are cropped just below her knees. She's got a loose-fitting leather smock, leather jerkin over what looks like recycled t-shirts. And she's got a half shave, and the hair that she does have hangs down to about her shoulder, and it's this bright fluorescent blue.
Ooh. Hi, Reggie.
And she kind of jogs up to you and notices that Aveline is still...
Yeah,
Eveline's still like
Eveline's
she's
still
not
going.
stopping. She's like, yeah, you can get this package. I don't care.
let's walk and talk, Reggie.
Okay.
Let's walk and talk.
Yeah.
We're kind of there's a whole
She's-
cosmos
you-
could
You
explode.
have a thing you
deal,
need to be
so-
doing. I don't want to slow you down, but I mean, I'm kind of honor bound to deliver this package.
No,
It's part of the code.
We're headed to hopefully find the person who that package belongs to. You wouldn't happen to have a fast way of traveling, would you?
Yeah. I mean, I travel fast. That's part of the training and the what we do learn.
Right, but
But-
we all have to travel real fast. Do you have a way of doing that by chance? Or getting one of us to travel fast?
It doesn't usually work that way. Do all of you need to get somewhere?
Yeah, and I'm gonna spill the whole beans.
Can you be more clear? There's a lot
I'm
of beans. We're on episode
There's
21.
a lot of beans. I'm gonna say the part about how I truly think that this device could implode both worlds and possibly kill Aveline's fiance in the process, and all of us, and the area, and also that the lady that she's looking for has possibly been kidnapped by a mad gnome. No relation.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where y'all going?
Yeah.
And she's and points at Aveline, who's still like starting to slow her pace now because you can't run full pell-mell in full armor for very long.
Power walking.
Power walking. This
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, and you think you can find this person?
Yeah, everything points to that they're at this location, hopefully.
How far away did you say it was?
Like 50 miles?
Oh, good lord.
47 by now, at least.
That's
Yeah.
practically up at the lake.
Is that a lake?
I mean, to go that far in this direction, yeah, you're going to hit the lake there. well, inland sea. They call it a lake locally. It's technically an inland sea, but it's freshwater. It gets very confusing.
Oh, I guess.
We are just following her.
And who's
But
she
if
following?
you would
Hitting the
like to
water.
give
Getting
us the
there?
package, we can give it to Helena.
That's
hopefully.
I can't do that. And you're sure she's this direction?
Yeah, pretty positive.
Okay.
However, there are also packs of gnolls that are now roaming these woods. So if you are dedicated to giving that package to Helena,
Oh, no, wait, Katie, I think she might be able to get us there faster.
all of us.
I mean, even if
Can
we
you
can
get
get
us there
just
faster?
one.
Well, it's I can call in a favor or two if this is that serious.
Yeah,
Yes, it
it's
is.
serious.
I mean,
it's
I,
very
I
serious.
have to submit the invoice to somebody though.
You could
So-
put it in Sean Metal's name.
They're now talking to her. Do I recognize the messenger corps that she's with? Is it one I've worked with? Do I know Reggie?
Roll me a. What do I want you to roll? I want you to roll me a. Let's just make it a straight perception.
$15.
You've heard of the of this particular courier service. It's not one you've worked with.
Okay. Pardon me, Reggie. Have worked with a couple other courier services, though I've not been privileged enough to work with yours. Can I vouch for it? Can you work with us? We can figure out the invoice later.
And like I said, expedited shipping. Just Sean Metal. He'll pay for it.
Oh, see, we've got an invoice.
Well, I might be able to get some horses up this way.
Quickly?
How quickly?
It's going to take some time to get them here.
Can they meet us along the way?
Yeah.
If they're further up ahead.
Yes, obviously. I mean, anything can be hired out. It's just a matter of getting them here.
Then why aren't you doing this right now?
Aveline.
Wait, Aveline.
she-
Aveline. This
They
is
are
a
doing their
favor.
best.
This is a favor. She's very heated. Like I said, her fiance could explode. So
I mean, we're going to have to pick a spot to meet. And I can't just ask the team to send a bunch of horses up here, sight unseen, to a group of people I stumbled into. I mean, granted, it does kind of sound like, from the gist of what you said, this is a saving the universe kind of thing. So I totally get that. And you think, wait, back up.
Also, there's Queen Dargoons. Hey, guys. A little help?
Are they still with us?
They're-
I thought they went with.
They
I
last
thought they went to the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought they
were
came
heading
with
back
us
to
to
town.
Helena's.
Mm.
no.
You could divert down
Never
that
around
way
women useful.
to hook up with them, or maybe they were waiting at the mall doing the cleanup.
I don't think there's any
We're gonna be-
diverting.
No.
We're going to be passing Oxford a little bit, right?
You'd have to backtrack a bit. But again, from a timing point of view, it might be worth the additional time if you can get better
True.
wheels.
Is there a way that, so my question is there like a landmark along the way heading that way that we could send the horses to?
Yeah.
Because Aveline would have come down this way,
Yeah, you can remember a couple of
and
farms
I've
that you've
explored
stopped at.
this way.
Farms,
Or
small
we
villages.
could take this opportunity to rest and wait for the horses to get to us and then double our speed to get there.
Much like stopping you from finding Sean immediately. Do you
Yeah, I
think you
know
could
this
stop
is
Aveline?
I know.
Let's meet at Farmhouse X
hmm
on the old deserted Oos 23. Oos 10. Us 10.
Along the
Not
fish
up that
road,
far.
the turnpike, right?
The pike turn.
Pike turn.
Pike turns down
Pike
lower.
turn, right. So still, what a stupid name, a turnpike.
Okay, so you pick a spot together. You convince you want Reggie that you just met to summon horses to this location for you.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
And I will
Show
get.
my
Can I?
career
Do we
badge
have
or
money?
whatever.
How much? Do we even have money?
Some. Katie has money.
That's right. Katie is loaded, which we still don't know how that happened. It was a
Doesn't
blessing
matter.
from the Forge God.
Yeah,
I
you
will
forged it.
literally give Reggie all of my money to make it
No,
happen
no,
as
no,
fast as
no,
possible.
No.
Yeah, I will just give Reggie a tip of, I don't know, like 3 gold. Gold's a lot, really. I'll give 3 gold. Gold's a lot.
Gold's pretty
Yeah.
high.
Yeah, I'll 3 gold
I'll
tip.
throw in 10 gold if we're keeping Katie's. We've not talked about this at all. We keep
We really
forgetting
haven't. We
about
really haven't.
How much
She's
money
got
do you
somebody
have?
to
40 gold?
invoice.
Yeah. She
Got somebody to invoice.
she slows her run enough to take out some paper, and she
Here, use my back.
scribbles a message on it, and then she collapses it down into a little origami pterodactyl.
Oh,
And then she gives it a couple of flexes to get the wings pumping, and then she tosses it up in the air,
I love it.
and it off into the on the winds.
To go fast. Just asking.
It'll go as fast as it goes. Now wait, I just want to back up. You're telling me this gnome, not this gnome, but this gnome that you're tracking,
Yeah.
has the technology, he thinks, to control convergence events?
He thinks is the key word there.
Like, if he can push one up, can he pull one down?
Well, that's
That is
terrifying.
horrifying.
But could he?
Sam, could he do that?
I mean, you can reverse engineer anything, so perhaps it kind of seems like that honestly is a more likely outcome than him fixing it at this point.
But
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the math 100% tracks to go both ways.
you said that the options were either he would do it or it would explode. That everything would explode.
Right, but after looking at what they did with those recording devices, the math 1,000% tracks that he could create another convergence event or send one back or explode everything at this point in time. So, there's like a 50% chance. No, the math is wrong there. What's a third in percentages?
33.3.
There's like yeah. So there's that. There's like a. That's not good odds. There's like.
Why did he choose mine? Does it say anywhere?
I think because Helena was looking up how to get Clarice safe and how to help you, and in doing so brought it to Ted's attention where that was. And I think he also was very mad at us.
Why was he mad at us?
Because
we gave
we
him what
didn't-
he wanted.
But he didn't like the fact that I belittled him for us calling all of us minions.
He's really not going to like us next. I am going to do so much more
Well,
than
he's
belittle
gonna
him.
be dead next, so
Exactly.
By the way, Molly, really quick, can you throw me a quick Arcana check?
sure. 23.
Okay.
Katie is gonna grab, as we're like still running, Katie is gonna clasp her arm on Aveline's shoulder and say, "We're going to get her. We're not gonna let this happen."
Yeah. We will get her. Nothing's gonna.
We will get her or return you home, but we will not let him take her.
Yeah.
We won't let Ted destroy your world.
I know I won't.
If
He
there's
won't have the chance.
a group I'm going to trust with this, it is you all. But I just can't stop until we're there.
Understand.
We're with you all the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. DM finishes passing a note to a player. And while she's recalling this, he has a much longer name, but we abbreviated it down to Ted. In particular, because he also gave this group an amazing talk about how the convergence stuff works. Thus, yeah. But Reggie's very asking a lot of questions about all of this.
Can I do like an insight check on Reggie? Like, is Reg, because we were fooled by an
You beat me to
illusion
it.
last time. And like, is it aside from just general curiosity about, oh, this might be the end of the world, like anything else?
Sure, you can roll insight.
Okay.
I think Molly needs more time to digest the note.
Katie beat me to it.
20.
Oh, yeah.
Give it to me. I
Oh,
see you with my eyes.
Okay. I'm just going to pass you a note.
I don't know what to do with this information, Rob.
You don't have to do anything with it. You can sit on it. There's no obligation to do anything with anything. As Reggie continues to kind of again get so what did he do again, and what were you guys? I mean, what did you guys get for him again?
Hey, Reggie. When were you given this package to deliver?
Earlier today.
Who gave it to you?
No, it came in through the courier service. I picked it up north of the town, and then I ran it straight here. I mean, I could have rode, but I figured this would be a good. I mean, it's a 50K. I can do that kind of thing from time to time. It's a good workout. I didn't expect to be continuing. I kind of thought I'd be stopping for the night, but hey, this is part of the job,
Happens a
right?
lot out here.
Yeah, fresh air, moving. Hydration stations are a little spread out, but you make do.
Were you at a different town? North of town. We're north of town.
No, like north of the city. The Imperial City.
Of the Imperial City.
Yes.
Do you have a itemized list of what's in that box there, Reggie?
Oh gosh, no. They never tell us what we're carrying. Liability. And for all I know, it's just, a prenuptial agreement between her and whoever she's getting married to. Or divorce papers.
For all we know, it's a time dimensional bomb that you're running around with too.
Oh, that would be a violation of company policy.
Reggie, where are you from?
Me?
Yes.
The Imperial City.
Were you born there?
Uh-huh.
And you've been there the whole time. Have you always been a courier?
Well, I didn't, spring forth from my mother and start running
Of course,
packages around.
but I mean, how did you become to be a courier?
It was, a chance to, it was a job. The family, with shopkeepers and stuff needed things to do. And when you're the fifth one down the line, you got to kind of make your own way. I mean, you can relate. And she turns to Sib. It's not easy to just find your own way. You take jobs here and there.
Build up.
Gig work is independent work.
And you got a pretty good courier gig. How'd you get to this one? That's a pretty good company.
So it's all of her attention on Sib right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Katie is going to stop and turn and face her. Like, And she is just going to stare because what does Reggie look like? What race is Reggie?
Human.
Human? Okay.
I have a token.
Hmm?
I have a token. You
You
keep
have a
going.
token.
You keep going. I have the graphic. I'll throw it to the
And
thing.
so Katie is going to like kind of draw up to her full height and look down at Reggie and say, Reggie, we do not have time for lies and half truths. Why are you here?
Wrong token. She kind of pauses and, excuse me?
Why are you here?
I'm delivering a package.
I see that, but who is it really for? And who are you?
She looks at you,
I look at her.
and you look at her. And I guess
We look at each other.
I had fun with Hero Forge.
Well, she looks badass.
Oh, I forgot to mention the scar.
She fully does not look like a courier. This looks like an assassin. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I imagine her in like a little FedEx short situation. This is fully an assassin. I imagined like this little Boy Scout running up to us, and you.
I did half-shaved head with bright blue hair.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so
Okay, anyway.
Allowed to express themselves.
yeah, does Reggie pause at all during that question, or
Oh, yeah.
is she?
She is full-on stopped. Which question is Aveline stopping to watch this, or is Aveline still...
Aveline is turned around and is punching her in the face.
and I'm gonna grab the box and run. I'm grabbing the box and running.
She does not have fucking time. Sorry. She does not have
punch,
time
I
for
grab.
this.
Okay, so Sam scoops up the box. I'm not going to make you roll, because I can just picture... This is how this plays in my brain. Katie stops, squares her shoulders, glares down at Reggie, and goes, "You will stop lying to me."
The moment that she hears a lie, yeah.
And then from Reggie's point of view, the camera's point of view, we just see this hand come onto Katie's shoulder and push her to the side. And before we get a full visual of Aveline, there's just fist coming at the camera. So I'm not even going to make you roll for the unarmed strike. Bam! Right square on the bridge of her nose. Which she obviously will stumble back and clutch at because, ow. And even if it's not broken, it's going to hurt, which means the package is now loose, which Sam immediately grabs and runs off with. Or do you just rip it open right there?
I'm gonna run like behind Aveline. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Okay.
gonna bolt up behind and then rip open.
And
I'll go with Sam and stay between Sam and whoever.
okay.
Like
Yeah.
that
She'll
group.
stumble back a bit and kind of start to dab it at her nose. And as she does, this thick black blood starts to ooze out. That wasn't very nice of you. I had them send horses to meet you, and all you had to do was tell me about this little troglodyte you were tracking. That was so not nice of you. There will be horses. I'm not going to recall them. I am a creature of my word. But wow, that hurt.
What? What's in the box?
Oh.
What's in the box?
Sam rips open the box to
We're opening
find
the box.
several large wooden cylinders.
Huh? For what?
Packed with paper.
Like for something? Like what are wood
No.
cylinders used for?
It's an excuse to send a box. It's nothing.
I mean, I could probably make something out of this.
I'll be dead, Sam. It's a decoy. It's a red herring.
We could fill
A
them
MacGuffin.
with explosives.
That's good. Sam,
Evelyn
focus.
grabs
Sorry.
Reggie.
And as Evelyn grabs Reggie, I'm gonna put a hand on Aveline's hand and say, "Why are you here?"
Well, I needed to know more about this gnome. And I needed to know what he was working on. Because it quite sounds like I have a vested interest in claiming it for myself at some point.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
No, you're not.
I don't think this is a person.
And that's because the DM likes you and he's not going to let you burn a spell slot on that.
Okay.
Because it's not.
Okay.
That's a DM. DM's going to do you a solid on that one.
Okay.
Because they
Okay.
called themselves a creature of
They
And
did.
as
word.
black blood.
Yeah. She takes a few
Can
more
I?
steps. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, could I do some type of a religion or arcana check to see if I know of anything that bleeds black blood, like a devil or like a something that would do something like this or make deals with people?
Can I back her on that? I was thinking the same thing when she said it.
I'm going to give you a quick second to converse with your comrade on that. Because I think she has another piece of that potential puzzle.
Okay.
As in me, comrade?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was going to tell her if I wasn't going to cast hold person, I was going to ask her, drop the disguise. What are you?
Well, I suppose it's only fair now that I know what it is you're tracking and what my interest in it will be. She takes a few more steps back, and as she does, she just goes from being the small one between you and her to being the tall one between you and her. And then you watch as the jacket she's wearing rips as two massive blue wings pop out and spread over you. And she continues to grow as her face begins to scale over. And she lowers herself down to all fours, and you are staring up at a full-sized blue dragon.
This is incredible!
Okay, but I need to know, is Aveline still holding on to the shirt?
Eveline's holding a scrap of shirt.
Okay.
Now, she's backed up. She's not crushing anybody.
Right.
And she grumbles,
Whoa.
I really can't wait to see what you find there. It will be
Wait.
very useful to me.
Wait. Hey, think about this. If it's useful to you to know what's there,
looks
you could give
down
us a
at you.
lift. You've got huge, beautiful wings. You could give us a lift, right?
She puts her face all the way down to the ground, so her snout, which is about the size of Sam, is at
Airmail.
Sam's. She
Katie
punched
definitely.
me in the nose.
But you were lying.
There are horses, as I am a creature of my word.
Okay.
And
You
she
can
kind
punch me in the nose back right now if you will get us a
Aveline.
ride.
Aveline.
of, enjoy your horses,
I'll take the
ladies.
hit.
Wait,
Thump.
wait.
Go.
Ugh,
No, speak.
I was gonna ask,
She kind of
What
turns
is-
before she takes off.
is your interest in this because you want to go home?
That's for me to know and for you to wonder about until next we meet.
We
I've
were trying
totally
to help.
rested a Twinkie on top of the nose.
Then until we meet again. Terrible career.
And off she goes.
Seriously? Nobody.
Okay, question.
Freaking hell.
Does Katie have any idea what a dragon is?
First one you've seen. No, second.
Okay.
now.
No,
you-
we slayed a
second,
dragon.
You slayed a juvenile dragon.
Oh, that's right,
Juvenile
we
dragon, yeah.
did.
You didn't know they
Ooh.
came this big.
Also, that they could change their form. That's new.
Yes,
The big
did not-
question, did she take the Twinkie?
You don't know what happened to the Twinkie.
That's good. She took it. Okay.
She may have accidentally inhaled it. Who knows?
It got stuck in her nose.
Go ahead.
It's not good.
God,
It's not good
something-
for the lungs.
There's something in there. And not too much further down the road, half an hour, 45 minutes, there's a gentleman in running riding gear, who is sitting on a horse next to four more.
Insight check. Is it also a dragon? Are there just because now Katie is like, are there secret dragons everywhere?
Are all the horses dragons?
You're not that lucky.
Are you from
That's true.
Reggie?
We got a note that there was someone here looking to hire a set of horses for an emergency travel.
That's us.
something about needing to get away from the Imperial City, all very hush hush?
Yeah, sure. That works.
Okay, and the bill was made out to
Sean Metal.
Sean Metal.
Yep.
That account failed.
Then try Carl Quattlebottom.
Bottom. Yeah. Colonel, right?
Well, we
Lieutenant Carl Quattlebottom.
we were able to resolve it through the Anning family.
Excellent.
The who?
Let's go.
The who?
Who's that?
Just need to sign here.
Somebody I've worked for.
He puts the papers out in front of Sib,
I'll sign. Get on the horse.
and he
I'll
takes
explain
his
when we're
horse
riding.
and turns away.
You signed your
Later.
name with that last name, though.
Yeah. Get on the horse, and I'll explain as we ride.
Okay.
And I am going to give us a little break. Let's just take a 5, refresh our waters. If you're here in chat, you're going to get a couple of short clips from the channel. You might also get an ad if you are not subscribed, which might, if you don't like the ad, subscribe. If you do like the ad, hopefully it's relevant to you and not another COVID vaccine ad, because that's all I get, and I'm fully boosted. I don't need them. Not the target audience. But Twitch will eventually get that all figured out. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Hopefully you'll be here to join us and continue tonight's session. We'll see you in a few.
I'm heading that way. I'll tackle
Oh,
her
she
ass
already has
again.
the potion. She already has the potion.
No, she just handed you the book. And as soon as your hands touched it, she let go and run.
She's not going to take the potion?
She's got bigger fish to fry, like getting her ass out of there. You shot her.
I'm trying to unshoot her to the best of my abilities.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Sorry.
The one that's between Chrysanthemum and her bottle.
Yes. Yes.
That's a dangerous place to be for many reasons.
Special and like not forced or anything. It's brilliant. I think the quote I have in particular is actually came from chat, which was the spell slide into DMs, which then became a spell. That's just it's very endearing. So I love it.
I'm going to follow it up by saying that the reaction to receiving a message spell was an absolute, just as far as role play goes. He goes in, he does a few loops, he comes back out, and beep.
Okay. Beep once if there's dead bodies in there. Beep twice. No, that doesn't work. All right, beep twice. No, that doesn't work. Okay, beep. Ah, screw it. I'm going to see if I can sneak up. Like, see if I can sneak up and find a widow to kind of like. It's not really the sharpest tack in this box. David.
I feel like we should not be meddling anyway. If there's someone killing someone else, it might be for a good reason. You don't know.
Oh my.
Got dark. Wow.
We have killed lots of people.
For various and sometimes no good reason. Yeah, she's not wrong. Oh, good lord, we're murder
I'm not
hobos.
one to judge, okay?
Am I to conclude the party is going to enter into the house?
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's a way to check if you really want to know. I'm intrigued. Cut your hand. Bleed in front of her.
Got it.
I mean, but if she's
I didn't think I'd do it. I so did it. Smell it?
but like she could not necessarily
So
be a
pause is right there.
vampire.
Well, you're
She'd be
saying
like,
that she is a vampire, so
Or she's like possessed by one, or like cutting her hand open.
Or like the
in the middle
leader.
of Strahd's domain.
Wait, her
Sounds
hand
like
or my
not
hand? I
hers,
just cut
not
my hand
hers,
open.
not hers.
Sounds like a
James.
fantastic idea. Oh.
I didn't have to cut my hand open. We need to cut her hand open.
Oh.
No.
Come here, girl. Come on.
no, you
I'm
mean to
already
say-
bleeding.
James just like waving his bloody hand in
Like, come
Irina's
on.
face.
Way.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going. Like, do we think it's gonna follow us?
Yeah, can
I'm
we
sure it will.
run it? Yeah, I was gonna say, can we outrun it, or is it like something that's just gonna follow us no matter where we go?
I don't think we can outrun it. I mean, it's not going to come any closer for a bit.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're gonna have to fight
Well,
it.
we
out.
could take shelter in the smoldering ruins, right? Because
I don't know if that's gonna help.
We
It's probably
don't know what's in the smoldering ruins.
Well, it couldn't be any worse than this.
We could
Oh
come
yes,
across-
it could.
We could come across like another giant creature, and then we're fighting two at the same time. And then
But
it's
it could be like Godzilla versus King Kong. So if we run into something even nastier, maybe it won't want to eat us. It'll go after the other thing because they're legends and they have to fight. That's how that works.
No, or they team up against us.
You've had a very fortunate life, haven't you?
You're swinging again.
Oh man,
Wow,
this
this
guy.
guy's tough.
What's up with this guy?
He's
What? What? This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. All right, we're going. Let's go.
Okay.
And followed by the smite. Come on, Timber. We got this.
I mean, if he doesn't go down now, I don't know.
And
but
he
maybe-
finally drops.
Yes.
And is out of the scrap. Gets to the guy that go ahead and roll me a performance check. Maybe the dice are gonna favor you at the moment.
Also, are
Can't
we
be an
can we-
intimidation? I can't like intimidate the rhyme
No.
with my music. Okay.
No.
Well,
Can
I
we
thought I would
do-
try.
Specialize in intimidation music.
Or I
though.
can't persuade them to
No.
not sing with my music. Okay.
What's up,
Can
Molly?
Can we do anything when we're singing, or is that like it takes up our whole action?
Oh, it doesn't.
Come on.
It doesn't. Oh, good lord. Yeah,
Finally.
I'm over here
I
trying.
finally can bard.
Da-
For just
Yeah.
let me bard. I never get to bard. I'm always doing failing rolls when it comes to bard skills.
The bard
This
is
is the
being
first
a
time.
bard.
You're barding when it's most important.
It's about time.
MVP.
Sweden is my lucky country.
No
All right.
kidding.
Yeah.
Having taken a holy order of some kind and other oaths.
I'm thinking like an elven, like really.
Kung Fu Elfin Monk?
Kung Fu Elfin Monk. Okay.
Yes, that meditates a lot.
I can live with that.
Because elves don't have to sleep as much, so totally right.
As you seem to be doing really well with it.
Ooh, nat 20, so
Oh
25.
my god!
Jeez.
Nice, shattered it.
Wow. Well, you can roll your damage. I don't.
25. Because I got 3 6s.
Holy cow!
Oh my goodness.
She just hulked out. Rage hard.
Yeah, I think you should rage all the time. I think you
I
should
like this
never
rage,
not.
yeah.
Never
This
not be
is good.
raging.
Well,
There's
we get
where all our
2.
good rolls were hiding.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's why they were so bad earlier. We were saving up. But... Stop hitting my friends.
Oop, wrong
They're
way.
damaged books with that kind of attitude.
Well played. Wow. And there we go. And we're back off of the off our mini break there. Let everybody have a chance to catch their breath, decompress from that moment, acknowledge that somehow I have a knack for catching the party at their most vulnerable, by which I mean Molly, so that I can put a dragon in disguise and she will literally lore dump the entire game to that NPC. I think this is 3 times I've done it now to her. And I don't know, it's weird.
The player, Molly, just inherently trusts all dragons, I guess.
But they've always been in the parts. They've never been overtly dragons.
But I know. I can feel it. Apparently.
You'd think I'd have to roll on that 20 charisma to get you guys to dump so much stuff at him. But nope, we'll put it out there. Before the scar, that's true. That is true. Seeing that she had the scar might have changed things a little bit. Coming off the break, I do want to again thank everybody whose name is up there for bringing this in. And by the way, whatever you're doing and wherever you're at, if you want to support the stream, there's a great way you can do it that's 110% free, which is just to talk about it. I love these players that I'm with tonight, and I am somewhat embarrassed to say that I think this team of players is unfortunately the best kept secret on Twitch. And we really need to fix that because they don't need to be a secret. They're amazing, and they do a great job role playing. I'm honored to be in charge of their table because it is their table, and they make every one of these things work. So tell people about them so that they know to come by and see it. Or you could give money. There's Patreon, and there's subscribing, and there's all kinds of other things you can do. But just tell people how cool you think the game was tonight, and that's a huge piece. Whew. So off you go. Yeah, I'm not touching that one. I think I've had a little too much water tonight to touch that one.
Are you drinking holy water?
Is that how that works?
Whiskey?
I forget what the TOS is about admitting what we're drinking on stream.
As long as you are of age, is fine.
Yes, we know you will, Les.
As long as you're not drinking for money.
Yes.
Right.
That's like the rule.
Exactly. You've got your horses. You're making better time than you were. You've completely ignored Helena's kidnapping.
I thought we were...
But I just want to make sure we're on that same page, in case you want to discuss that at any point on your way to the thing you're going to.
Have we passed any cars? Helena was this way as well.
You are not riding draft horses.
Okay, so like if the party wanted to take a long rest, that wouldn't be possible while riding.
Probably not. And more to the point, the horses probably would not do well at pulling a wagon. That's not really what they're geared for. And none of you are really practiced at re-rigging saddles and such.
That's fair. I was trying to just help the party while still moving.
Yeah. Because you're not going to stop for a long rest. It's my read.
Unfortunately.
Yep. Because we're going this way because we think Ted is this way, right?
Yes.
Wait a minute. One of the dragoons still has the other end of my Batman walkie-talkie. I gave it to him when they followed the Ted caravan, correct? Right?
Yes. And then we rested afterwards, so it is a different
Yeah, and it's a once a day thing. So can I walkie-talkie him and let him know that Helena has been kidnapped and the direction they were going in? And also that we are headed to Ted to stop the world from ending?
But not from Ted ending.
Also, we don't even really know if Helena's been kidnapped. She could just be going along with this right now, not really knowing what she's causing.
Well, because, okay, so Sib is the one that saw the tracks.
Right. There were no tracks.
There were no, like, humanoid tracks. It was all, like, Gnolls.
There were, but not this direction.
It was the other direction.
There was one set of tracks that had 5 humans going off away from the tree, I think north.
Uh-huh.
And
but then we were following. Well, were we?
But then there was
following
another set of. There was another set of tracks that was 5 or 6 days old, which might have had a gnome. It was smaller feet.
Mm-hmm.
Might have had a gnome. Looks like they met up with something gnoll-like.
Okay. When we left the tree, when Aveline booked it out of there, were we following the old Ted tracks? Is that in the direction that they were heading? Okay.
That would be the direction that Aveline instinctively... It's one of those where Aveline came down and said, I know that I arrived in this universe in that direction and started going. Right. And Sib looks up and goes, Hey, that's I'm following.
Where those go?
That's the same direction.
Okay.
But it's absolutely possible to pop out your Batman walkie-talkie and make a phone call to Quattlebaum. This thing's making noise again now. Hello. Oh, or is it a one-way shot?
It's a one-shot deal.
That's all you get.
Way.
So that's all you get back.
Well, you wasted that cuddle butt. God bless it. Oh, we gotta wait another day. Fantastic. I hope he got it.
You hope.
Did you tell him they killed 2 of his guards?
I didn't. I left that out.
Got a lot of work
he'll
to do.
figure it
You
out.
left that part out? I assumed that was included.
Oh, if I
Pretty
can,
sure that's how she
I'll include
started.
it.
Okay.
I said where the track started, so he'll find out.
So you did not actually include the.
Yes, I will have included that. Yes,
Are
yes.
you
yes,
sure
yes.
now? Because
Yeah.
This will have implications later.
No. I'll include the 2 dragoons are dead. We saved a horse. Helena's kidnapped. Please help find her. Go, please.
They went this direction from this
Yep.
direction.
Okay. It is night at this point. I'm curious what y'all are doing for light to stay on, to not end up like walking into trees or
Evelyn, I think we need to rest.
going down cliffs.
I know you don't want to, but damaging the horses or damaging ourselves isn't going to be good.
It will slow us down in the long run.
Okay. But as soon as we're ready, we need to be moving again.
Of course.
The shortest long rest we can take.
You're muted for us, intern.
Nope. I
No,
wasn't.
you're just
I was just
repeating it. Yeah.
repeating it silently. Like, shortest long rest.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Got it. I hate to disagree with chat. I'm pretty sure Aveline's not controlling Aveline anymore.
Yeah.
Aveline is running on adrenaline and instinct.
Mm.
Yeah. Which is fine. It's going to make things really interesting.
Oh, and fully, if we are taking a long rest, JB will be like on top of Aveline because I do not want you sneaking off. So there's just going to be a vending machine. Like every time you shuffle, he just like scoots a little closer. Just like.
That's fair because Aveline definitely is not taking a long rest. She's only taking a short rest and she's probably just like pacing the rest of the time.
Yeah.
And like looking out for anything. Like she's like specifically, even though it's like 50 miles away, she's 40 miles away by now. How far are we from there?
Well, someone pointed out that a horse can gallop at up to 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
The catch is they can't maintain that speed. Let's see. Speed, long distance, travel, horse. Let's do some quick math here. 8 to okay. 12. Actually, 12 goes into 50 4 times. You could, if you want to continue after the sun has set, you might only be a couple of hours from where you want to be.
Okay, so the point of that being said, because I know the party needs to take a long rest, is that she's just on the lookout for any signs of like convergence, like that greenish color in the air.
I can help
she's
you
only
too.
like
'cause
2 hours away.
I don't
She's
need a long rest
stressing.
either. She's
I don't think we should stop.
Okay. I didn't realize we were that close. I've got torches.
I can also magical tinkering
Don't you all
two
need your spells,
people's bridles
Yeah, you will
to
need
be
to-
glowing. Like the bridles of your horse, like almost so that the horse now has like headlights. You know what I mean? I would like to make
only we had
headlights for
glow-in-the-dark
two
paint.
horses.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have glow in the dark spray paint. Sorry, they didn't have that in stock.
Let's keep an eye
It's
out for
okay,
that one
I
next
got you
time.
covered, and I just tap two horses and make headlights.
Okay.
Well, I can have Fukan fly ahead too and kind of let us know if he sees any
Do you guys need your
things to
spells
avoid.
back though?
Let's get close because we can at least reconnoiter.
I would suggest at some point in this, has anybody actually clicked on the short rest button? I would probably recommend y'all take a minute to do that because I feel like you've had chances to get that kind of a rest. And you've had some pretty good stretches of non-heavy exertion that you do want to do that and toss some hit dice down at the very least. Full respect for the whole, we are going to push this because Aveline in character is not going to let up if she doesn't have to. But I do think, out of respect, I think you should hit the short rest button and let me know your new hit point totals.
If we do that, I'm not missing any hit dice. I can use the mending action to fully heal JB.
Word. Let's see. So JB is back up to 30. Check. That's what my math supports. Eric, welcome aboard. Can dash for a max of 8 hours. Yeah, these aren't that good of horses.
They're just the mares, you know.
I did math. I'm going to stick with my math for now. But El Santali, do not appreciate you looking that up because that is grade A chat support.
I'm pretty sure that Sam is definitely riding like either a pony or a donkey that's been dressed up to look like a horse.
It's like a little Shetland pony.
Yeah, like a little bitty. Like
Riding
JB
little
is way
Sebastian.
bigger than this horse.
Okay.
Katie is at 31, not 32. Sorry.
No problem. Gotcha.
I'm at 44 because I only needed 2 back.
Yeah.
I got it.
Gotcha. Okay. Where are we at? We are there.
Does Fukan get anything back?
Oh yeah, Fukan's fine.
Go. Yeah. I'm like, do I roll for him? No.
No, I mean it's not that far.
He's magic. I did roll like a 10 on a 10, so I can have my extra hit dice.
Okay, so the horses receive their headlights, and you have a chance to press on a bit further in the darkness. You continue, and there's a place where the trees clear out into a rolling hillside where you can see a farmhouse not too far off, and then this line of trees that just looks completely out of, like, actually no, that's not the trees. The grass is wrong. You can see this line where it's a completely different kind of grass. Almost like, and it's not like a spot, but like there's just the stretch, the circular stretch that you cross, that you can see that just goes out either direction. The hill rises up away from you and disappears up into some thick pines. And from your limited experience, you are standing at the edge of a convergence event that you are about to cross into what once was a different reality from Reality Prime.
Let's stop and see if we can find Ted before we cross.
Yeah, are
So
there any
he'd be
traps or
inside?
anything?
Yeah, I want to do a survival if I can.
Okay.
Can I assist with that?
Sure.
You want survival and not stealth, right?
Survival, yes, please.
Okay. Oh, does the assist mean I get to roll again?
We do have a lot of rerolls, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
DM's also going
like a great
to pass a note to a player real quick.
14.
Okay.
Oh. It's the center. We just have to get to the center. Right?
That's where he would. That's where he said he'd have to be to do the.
Yeah.
Thing.
So that's where we should probably head.
The good news is mathematically, if you have the curve of the arch of a circle, you can easily calculate its center.
I feel like Sam's got that.
Even the art majors should kind of get how that works. Just saying.
I mean,
well, practically,
it would take me a
but
minute, okay?
explaining it.
We would need a diagram.
Draw the chord
And
for a particular
puppets.
bisector. But
Are we doing 2D art, 3D art here? It's
pi r squared? No, pi r round. Yeah, so you can
and delicious.
You don't really spot the tracks, but Sam's got a pretty good sense of where you're headed. And it's back up the hill into that tree line. Aveline will also start to recognize some of the landmarks that she passed when she came running out of this. It's a little different going the other direction, but you're still on a horse.
Katie is going to kind of call out quietly, do we want to have the bright horses just in case, or should we try to find Ted sneakily?
Yeah, I can drop them at will so I could turn the headlights off.
What do you want to do, Aveline? If he has a pack of gnolls or even more with him, we may want to try to lure them away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if we try and stealth, then that's at our best. So how big is the convergence event, I guess? If we were to, I think stealthing is the way to go.
It's probably it's at least 3 or 4 miles to the center of it.
Ah, okay.
That's fine. That's a morning hike.
Yeah. Actually, probably closer to 3. It was hard to say because the last time you were involved with this, you were galloping away from the center and you were not at the center when it happened. You had a warning that it was coming. And you just barely did not outrun it. You start to make your way up and you kind of slow your pace to kind of keep stealthy. And all 4 of you feel the hair on the back of your neck rise. And you can start to taste something off in the air.
Electrical?
That yes. You almost can smell the ozone. That wonderful scent when the wiring in the house doesn't quite work right. And you go, ooh, I think that breaker just flipped. That smell.
We smelled that exact smell when we were running from the Convergence event last time, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. And then the sky starts to glow green.
Fully running. I think fully running at this point.
Booking it.
Yeah. You glance over your shoulders.
Do we see Ted?
And behind you, at that edge of that line that you crossed over, that big curve, you watch as a wall of green energy rises up to the sky and begins to extend towards you. And as it approaches, you can see as things like an outhouse appears, a split rail fence appears, as the original reality that Aveline's replaced is being restored and approaching you.
Fully running for the center. Yeah, fully running for the center.
Digging the heels in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Give me some animal handling checks, please.
Oh no.
This is why you saved your rerolls.
Oh, it better be, because otherwise I got an 8.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
My Shetland pony died.
I behind her? Am I behind you, Sam? Because it's a free action to pick up a gnome, right?
It is a free action. Oh, Eric would like you to re-roll those.
Oh.
Thank you, Eric. We appreciate that. Yeah, he just threw a whole bunch into the Book of Fate, so I think he would like everyone that rolled below a 10 to re-roll it.
Yeah, 18. Oh no. Hey, that's a 10, right?
So Sib's having a hard time keeping her horse going, and you watch as she all of you are full on gallop. Aveline's at the front, just hauling ass. And you watch as Sib kind of starts to veer out of the line, and her horse takes a hard right turn to avoid running into a tree. And it starts to loop around, panicked from all of the kicking it's receiving, and she's kind of falling behind. I would love to know how Sib wants to handle this as that wall of energy is approaching.
Can I jump off and just use Longstrider?
Can I extend my hand and be like, Sib, jump?
Yes. Is Longstrider a spell or is it an ability? I forget.
A spell.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. You can jump off and cast that.
Yeah.
I believe that gives you a really good run.
Yes.
It will increase your speed by 10. You can get a good sprint out of that, and you can grab onto Kedazar's arm and be pulled up behind her.
That sounds good.
Good save. I respect it.
Thank you.
You've covered some good distance. Now the bad news. Do it again.
So how does this work when I'm on the back of Kedazar's?
You just relax.
I just relax. I can't help her or something.
No.
You got this.
Technically, this is a new roll. Are we taking advantage of Mr. Charnaski's generosity, or are you going to tell me how you get... Okay, so Les would like somebody to reroll.
On Katie's horse.
Aveline reroll. Aveline
definitely reroll.
Fully reroll.
Oh no.
Okay. I would love to hear your proposed solution to this.
Well, other than failing everybody,
you're at full speed, and then it stops as it comes up against a fallen log that would have just split it.
I'm fucking Sorry, I keep swearing. It's stressful.
It's stressful.
The emotion is there.
I am. As soon as the horse stops, I'm jumping off of it and
JB fully has his arms out to catch you.
Is picking up an Aveline also a free action?
It is for JB.
Yeah, JB is fully holding Aveline up in the air and running now.
What is JB's move speed again?
40, so he's a bit behind, but I feel like that's
slightly faster than me, yeah.
Slightly faster, and would also warrant why he picked you up when your horse stopped. He's like, I got this.
Okay. That'll work. We just have to survive. Well, here's the fun part. As you start coming up, you see figures moving in the shadows, and they're preparing to receive your attack. Here are the choices the DM has for you. Blast past them and hope you don't get hurt too bad, or slow and engage them.
I'm blasting past.
Yeah.
Okay. I need one more set of animal handling checks.
I mean, I wouldn't mind taking some shots with my bow as we go past, because I'm not holding on to a horse. I'm not doing anything with a horse.
Yeah, but if JB has me, I want to use my hand axe to just chuck into anyone's head that is a bad guy.
I know it couldn't last.
It couldn't last.
It couldn't last.
Wait.
Polymorph declares that the next action cannot fail.
I think Polymorph just played a card to guarantee you succeed.
Yep.
We will apply it to this.
Ollie! Incredible.
Made amazing.
An automatic success. Thank you. Well,
Oh my
well
gosh.
played. Well
And
played.
that Shetland pony started off slow, but man,
it's
did
coming
it pick
up.
up speed.
It's coming up.
Little legs.
And JB is just boom, 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 boom. You know, I'm kind of curious. What is JB's wisdom? Does the Steel Defender have a wisdom? He said, just thinking out loud really quick for something that would be kind of funny. How fast can I look it up?
It has a +0 to wisdom.
Okay, well, we'll take a +0.
It's not a negative.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. Okay,
What?
so as JB rolls an 18 on his animal handling check, he literally lets out a whistle that you've never heard him make before. But it's like that spot on, like Clint Eastwood summoning his horse style. And Aveline's horse comes around the tree and comes up next to JB, who just thunk and then slaps it and kind of starts to fall back to where he was.
As you're riding away, he does the thumbs up. Yeah.
I just give a thumbs up back to JB. Mimic it.
You blitz past the line of gnolls that take a series of quick, rapid shots. They knew you were coming. They just weren't expecting you to blitz past them. You look over your shoulders and that wall of energy hits them and they just disappear into the new tree line. You come over the top of a hill and start coming down the far side, which the horses appreciate. Downhill is easier to gallop. And they are starting to hit their limit for what they can do at high speed. Because again, yes, horses can make 60 miles an hour over 300 meters. Much further than that, things start to break.
So probably Katie's horse is not happy.
Oh, no. Go into the courier service, they said. It'll be a lot of fun running around, they said.
You'll get all the honors, they said.
It's
Pony
a lot,
Express
it's a
my
lot
butt.
easier on your back than hauling the wagon, they said. Fucking hell, they said. This message is brought to you by the Treat Horses Equally Council.
Indeed.
Down at the bottom of the
Hashtag
hill,
horses have feelings too.
you can see this beacon of light going straight up from the center of the clearing. And a red-robed figure is standing next to it, holding on to some kind of device, catching the energy coming out of something in the ground and focusing it upwards.
It's the only figure we see.
You also see another figure tied to some kind of stake, seated next to him.
Which one's shorter?
The shorter one, they're about the same height, but one is currently like chained and sitting on the ground a short distance away.
Can I take a shot?
At?
The red one?
If you
Cloaked
want
figure?
to.
I do.
Okay. Roll your attack.
I don't apparently. I got a 10. Darn it. I'm gonna get like 2 attacks, but
I'll let you all role play with that as you need to.
Oh my god. Sib.
Sib takes a shot. The arrow flies
Sib,
past Ted.
remember the explosion thing? Remember the
so aren't they essentially a cultist at this point?
We have to turn it off safely. If
We're
he
trying
drops
not to
this, we could
I'm
go
trying not to explode
boom.
either. I'm trying to pause them. They break their concentration.
Shadow
maybe-
77 has
If
called
he
for a reroll.
drops
Stop,
this
back
or
up,
lets
and
go
do
and
it again.
falls, we all go boom.
So don't shoot him again.
Perhaps shoot him when the machine is off.
How does Ted look right now? Does he look like this is working the way he intended it to? Like, is he happy?
Before we can resolve that, I do need Tiffany to re-roll that attack.
Oh no!
That was a natural 20. So 28.
Well,
very focused shot.
This was a really fun campaign, you guys. I really enjoyed it.
You
I'm gonna
have
miss
been
it.
slain.
I'm gonna miss it. That's for sure.
Let's see what we.
Roll your damage.
Let's see if I messed it up or did a good thing.
Season 2, all new characters.
It's a whole new world.
Oh my.
Let's go back up to characters.
Start as amoebas.
No, we're not doing well right, Spore. That game sucked. Overhyped POS.
Oh my god.
15 damage.
Okay. So, the arrow, as you watch this, it pulls back the arrow and lines up the shot while she's galloping along. And all of you have time to shout at her what a terrible idea this is. And just before she can finish the thought to say anything, her hand slides right back and the arrow goes. And you feel more than you hear Ted scream.
How far away are we from him?
100 yards. 90 yards.
Is it
You're coming fast.
possible to try to run up and grab the thing before he lets go of it, potentially?
He doesn't die.
He doesn't have to hold on to it, does he?
Because he's got more than 15 hit points. Thank you very much.
Right.
No, but I just don't want him to drop it.
I guess I
good
assumed they had a
news is
stand.
He's able to hold it down, but you can watch as that energy around you ripples. And even the column going up sputters a few times. As he turns, and he's got, the arrows lodged in his shoulder as he turns to look at you. Now, the question that was asked by Miss Pond, how's Ted looking right now? Ted looks, well, there's a question on the table. Is this Ted, or is this Ted's great-grandfather? His hair is straight white. His beard is almost to the ground in front of him, and his skin is tight against his skull. He looks like he has easily aged 80 years since you last saw him.
This is like sucking the life out of him.
And can we see clearly the person tied down?
It's Helena.
It's Helena. It was one was Ted and one was Helena. I didn't know which one.
Yeah, she's still there.
Oh, for sure, riding up and trying to get her free.
Okay.
Well,
You'll reach her first.
Okay.
I mean, I have Smith's tools, Thieves' tools,
it's
Tinker's tools.
An action to break her loose.
Yeah.
Is
Break-
Helena
she-
also suffering those effects?
Yeah.
No, she looks perfectly fine. I need Aveline to roll me a perception check.
Oh, 21.
When you reach her, all right, I'm going to give you this on a note. And Ted, like, it's working! It's working! The reality is returning!
Are you out of your tiny mind?
But it's working and I've got it set!
You're going to die!
No, you will! All I have to do is ensure you're outside the safety center. And he starts to adjust the dial.
I am fully, like, walking up to him at this point. Is there, like, can I... Where... He is a weak old man right now, correct?
Yes.
I would very much so like to Oh, this is not good.
Now remember, as an artificer, you are very aware that half of what's happening is the device he built, and half of it is his magical ability. Just like Joe Average can't pick up Mr. Freezy and make it work.
Right, but he said that we could change the dials. So if he has it working, is it possible for me to change the dials, like, on it? Like, he's already got it going. Can I push him off and change the dials, or no?
The dial is exposed. You could, in theory, grab it and adjust it, but you have to be careful because if you grab it too hard, he might lose control of it. And so make your plan.
While she's thinking on that, can I ask Helena, I'm like bend down and untying her, how did you get here? I need to know.
I came looking for you. And then it happened. I can't believe I found you.
How long have you been here? I need to know.
Months?
This is...
Okay. And is the convergence event still like unstable?
It's
like
still converging on you.
Okay. I'm just curious what Sam's gonna do.
I'm gonna try to keep us from being... I'm gonna do what an artificer... What can I do? I'm an artificer. I'm gonna try to make it so we don't zip out of here.
You're gonna expand the center? Or
Yeah,
opposite
I'm
of what
gonna
he
try
was
to
doing?
expand the center so that it fits us in it.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana check. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, so many things.
I have a quick question before I do that. Just a real quick question. Just a real quick question. With enhance ability, can that... It says if I use it Fox Cunning, I have advantage on intelligence checks. Does that mean I would have advantage on this roll?
Is Arcana a intelligence check?
Yeah.
Then yes.
Right? Okay.
I'm going to just make that clear for everybody. This is all Sam.
I'm a cast enhance ability. I'm gonna give myself. It's my last spell slot on intelligence checks, and I'm gonna do it with advantage, and I'm hitting roll. A 23. A 23.
You dive at him and wrap your fingers around and start to twist the knob. As you do, you see in your mind's eye the sun zipping overhead in rapid succession, followed by the moon. And you can actually feel where those bangs that often slip loose are starting to whiten at the front of your hairline.
I don't care what happens to me as long as everyone else
Grab the
is
knob and you give
okay.
it a twist, and then you can feel his bony hand around your wrist trying to stop you from turning it.
Question: does Katie see?
Katie sees
her?
everything.
Okay, Katie is gonna put her hand on Sam's back
And
and hold it. I guess, I don't know. Try to channel some energy. I don't know. Like, she's not gonna try to pull her away, but like,
you got
just have her hand on her, ready to pull her back.
Okay.
Whenever it seems like it could be safe, because she has no idea what's going. It's science. She is like, I understand the magic part, but I don't know what's going on.
yeah,
So.
it starts, and you watch as that thing is the circle is getting tighter and tighter, and it's slowing. And it's right about where Aveline and Helena are.
Aveline looks at Helena and says, Clarice, they will take care of you. Stay here. And she steps into the convergence.
She's going to make a grab to stop you.
I'm strong. I'm
Okay.
fucking getting out of there.
You're committed to it?
Yep.
Anyone else going to do
At least
anything?
like the circle that's forming.
I'm gonna try and grab her. Probably. I don't.
Wait. You're
I think
going
Sim
like
is
you're
not really
going
sure
through
what
the
to do.
convergence. Like
I'm
you're
going
leaving this world.
through
She's
the
going home.
convergence event.
Oh,
Aveline!
Closer to us.
but your Clarice is on our side.
Well, we don't know that. The characters don't know that.
No.
Right.
But so
I don't know if
Helena's
we were
on
close
the
enough to say it.
Helena is on our in the circle with us to stay, and you
Yeah.
went through.
Yes, because Clarice is not my fiance.
But your fiance is here, isn't she? On our plane?
I don't think so.
Or you think he was
Ugh.
messing with you?
It's a gamble. And
I'm pretty sure Sib would make a reaction to grab for you, even though she knows you want to go home. Just be active. Let you go.
I'm going to let Pon, the player, decide. I'm not going to make any of you roll dice
There
in
you
this
go.
moment. But the players are the characters are reaching you. Pon can decide to stay in the game by having Sib pull her back out. That is not. As a second, I'm going to ask you as Pon to make the decision as the player, because here's the twist. I'm perfectly fine. There will be not. I will not say boo if Aveline holds a serious grudge based on that happening or based on the note I just passed.
And Sib will understand either way.
You didn't get the note.
Oh, yeah.
You can note me back if you'd rather.
I will open the circle just a little bit wider, but it'll just be because JB is gonna grab Aveline by the arm, and then he's gonna like squeeze really tight, and then you're gonna get the Batman walkie-talkie in your hand, and he's gonna let go.
okay. Aveline panicked a little bit when JB grabbed her.
Yeah, because it's such. I mean, it's terrifying.
And
And then he'll do the.
thumbs up.
If that's what you want, unless you want me to stop Aveline Pond.
I want the characters to do what they would do.
Pon just got another note.
Yeah.
And I think this.
Yeah.
I like this. I like this twist. If we want to do it,
I want it to be like a roll then. If
Okay.
any of the characters are trying to pull in, I'd rather it be a roll than for it to be like strictly a character.
roll your
decision.
strength then.
All right.
And I'm gonna
Just a straight up strength, right?
Yep.
I am very strong.
Strength check. I need to know that because I don't know off the top of my head. Can someone pass that back to me real quick?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow,
I'm panicking
you're really good at this whole
about
subtle
everything.
thing.
Hang on.
Just Aveline's rolling, right?
No, this is something different.
Oh, sorry.
Actually, Sib's also been trying to. So at this point, I think that the floor is open. If Sib wants to make a strength check.
Yeah,
would
I
that
think
be
she'd
whatever
have done
his? Would that be the same as his Constitution bonus or no?
I mean, same as a strength bonus.
Okay, then I need to.
No, it doesn't
I
really
need to
matter a
actually
lot.
look it up. It's not on the thing. Okay, it's a plus
I'm-
2.
I'm
It's a
gonna roll
plus
that.
plus
Okay.
2.
Cool. Yeah, Sib pulls. The convergence opens just a bit further as Sam continues to fight with Ted. Gives the knob a wider twist, and as the more Aveline pushes away and is full on wrestling with Sib now, that circle gets wider and wider, and then vanishes. And you all look over, and where Sam is standing, a desiccated corpse drops to the ground, and Sam is left holding that device. Ted is completely gone.
Just gonna like turn to Katie. Katie, how old do I look?
How old does she look?
It's kind of cute. There's like little white, like all of her like baby hairs and loose bangs are white, but everything else is still fully colored.
She's gonna like gently cup Sam's face. Not too old. Never too old.
I need a nap.
I think we all need a nap. Are you okay?
Evelyn, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Aveline is definitely just gave up fighting at that point because the converge already and is like kneeling on the ground and just starts crying.
I'm gonna give her a hug. It was a reaction. I'm so sorry. I know you wanted to go home.
She doesn't even like acknowledge it at all. Just
Yeah.
completely like face down. Just
Katie is I'm imagining like Katie has Sam like on her shoulder, kind of like in the crook of her shoulder, and she's gonna walk over to Aveline and just put her hand on her shoulder and just gently squeeze.
Well, I have a question before I move with this device, actually.
Fair enough.
Is there any energy left in this device?
You look down and the convergence crystal is completely black. And you can actually see a crack has formed along its edge. If it had any energy in it, that energy is gone now.
Okay.
Which the good news, nothing should explode at this point.
Okay.
As,
then yeah, I will be carried away.
As you start to carry, you also notice next to the infinitely small tunneler with the crystal, there's a satchel the size easily of a full human backpack of books sitting next to it. Some of them are actually open, have spilled out. So it's not a complete loss.
I will definitely have JB take those and put them in his vending machine body for safekeeping.
Katie is gonna kind of kneel down next to Aveline, still like hand on her shoulder, and say, "We will get you home. We will find a way to get you home." And back to her.
Aveline like just like refusing to acknowledge anyone in that moment, just sobbing.
You have a long chance to sit and take in what's happened. Clarice is going to be, Helena, for three of you, seems to just sort of not able to process either. And those that catch her will know that she walks over by one of the trees at the edge of this clearing and just sort of leans against it and is staring intently at Aveline. And then after a very long pause and silence, turns and just sort of starts jogging away.
Should we let her go? She'll say that to Aveline.
Aveline just nods. Says, "It doesn't matter." Nothing, none of it matters anymore.
You matter.
No, because I'm not whole anymore, and I won't be whole ever again.
That's not true. I told you I'd never give up. Have I lied to you yet? I've lied to many people.
Do you think there's a way back through this? Everyone said it was irreversible.
I will make a way.
Ted said there were more crystals. We just have to find them.
I have all the notes that he had. Clearly it somewhat worked, but in a very dangerous capacity. I think I can refine this.
Okay.
And he had a lot of notes regarding his interest in seeing if you would survive or not being left here on Earth when he did this convergence event. This was an experiment on your safety and existence, not so much sending you home.
Of course. He is so lucky he's dead right now.
I mean, I've been kicking him periodically. His bones over there feels really cathartic. Yeah. I won't give up on this. I know a lot of my stuff goes wrong, but some of it goes really good. I've blown up a few houses, but then I made JB and he's great. And if I can do that, I think I can fix this.
We can get her the parts that she needs.
I'll do whatever you need. If there's anyone who's gonna do this, it's gonna be you. And you guys are stuck with me for a while longer now.
Gladly.
Sib's just gonna keep saying she's sorry.
Aveline is gonna need a minute to even address
Oh
this.
yeah.
She's trying not to be mean about it, but she's also like not.
No, I think there should be some punching later on.
Yeah.
Oh,
just not right now. Not while she's crying, but there's gonna be a punch later.
Katie
probably looks that way too.
Katie's
She
gonna
deserved it.
get up and put her hand on Sib with still Sam in tow and kind of lead them away, giving Aveline her space.
I didn't mean to. It was actions.
We know.
I meant to
You
let her
did what?
go.
Sib, you were trying to rescue a friend. You didn't know. It's okay. We will find a way to send her home.
A lot of it was to try and make sure she could go home, and then she had the chance.
We don't know. If what Sam is saying is true, then it could have killed her as easily as sent her home. We don't know.
True.
There's too much that we don't know.
True.
You did the right what you thought was right to save your friend. Now, she may punch you later on.
Oh, there's gonna be punching. Deserved. That's yep. I'm good. I just hope she doesn't use the axe. That's all I have.
I don't think she will use the axe, but she will probably use her fist.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll make sure she doesn't use the axe.
It's fair. Either way.
But we will get through this together.
Yep.
And I am going to kick Ted's husk once.
Does he have anything on him? I mean, he's a husk, but did anything drop? What's
Totally
he got?
with
What did he bring here? What's going on?
You are able to recover the focusing device that he has built. And you have theories as to how it might work. You'll have to retune it to your magic, of course, but it's possible. And then you're going to want to deal with the glitch he did not foresee. And
writing
that
all
is
of this down.
the expenditure of your life energy.
Right.
Because, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, you could not fix the glitch. It just becomes kind of a one-time use device. Which, as far as Ted is concerned, it really only worked once. I mean, from his point of view.
I mean, maybe it just needs like a massive amount of energy. We could probably create some kind of reactor system for this. We could funnel this energy.
Katie is going to just Sam.
Give me a
let's
notebook, quick. I gotta write this down.
Sam, no.
I'm just gonna start
No,
writing on
Sam.
your cape.
She's gonna
like
take
I'm
Sam's
writing the
face.
energy-
She's gonna take Sam's face.
Fully.
Sam, give it a rest. Just for a minute. Are our horses okay, by the way? Or are they gone?
I think that Shetland pony is definitely still around. He rolled really well.
The horses have made it in with you.
Okay.
They know not to wander into the green scary storm. So they were okay with that. Now, the Gnolls, on the other hand, that Ted brought as guards, he unfortunately didn't tell them what was happening. They had no clue what was coming.
So we don't know if they disappeared into the Convergence.
Yeah.
So they may have
Aveline's
ended up
reality
on that world.
left and took them with it. Now.
So we unleashed Gnolls with no warning.
Well, now see that's a big question. Either they cease to exist because Ted is wrong, or right next to where a war camp was about 2 months ago, a pack of Gnolls appears.
The war camp takes them out.
It is what it is. So we come to a spot. I'll let y'all have some more minutes if you want to have them, or I'm going to keep going. As you have some time to rest. And at first light, assuming you haven't left the area, a clouded bird will perch on a branch not far from you and kind of regard whoever's up first.
So sorry, just for clarification, we did get a long rest.
Yes.
Okay.
And you said a what bird?
The cloudy messenger birds that the Empire uses.
Yeah.
The bird made of the bird made of air.
Right.
Because all of their animals are not normal.
Or elements of some type.
It's cool when you're a long-lived elven empress. You get to use cool magic that only the DM comes up with on the fly. I'm just saying, it's good to be the queen. As Pond knows. It will regard you for a few moments, and then it will kind of lay its head to the side and pop its beak open, and a shimmering image will appear in front of you. It's a woman dressed very smartly in an incredibly well-made doublet. She has a long cape that flows down, and it sits across the grass behind her, clipping slightly in the rise. Her gown is layers. It has a bit of a fluff to it because you can tell it's probably 8 to 10 skirts she has wrapped around her. And her hair is perfectly coiffed. DM's taking a quick moment to check his notes. He needs to scroll back through a few pages. Forgive me the informality of introducing myself as such is usually completed through my courtiers and my chamberlain. We have never had the pleasure of a meeting, though we have known each other's relations. I am Her Imperial Majesty, Regina Gloriana, third of her name, Empress of the Citadel of the Straits and all the lands upon which my vision shall fall. I understand you are now in possession of what may be the single most valuable artifact in this reality and beyond. Don't think for a moment that others will not want it. And so I personally will offer you the sanctuary of the Imperial City if you wish to bring it here to be studied. You will, of course, be part of that. You are free, of course, to choose to go another way, in which case I will wish you all the best and remind you politely that as you are in possession of the single most valuable artifact in the multiverse, I have an interest in it. Surely you will find my representatives. Introduce yourself, and any of my men or women will know how to bring you into our sanctuary. Good day, and I hope, truly, we shall meet soon. And then she fades into nothingness. The bird will alight. The camera will follow it up to the sky. And the end credits for season 1 will roll. I'll take those smiles. Well, thank you again for the cheers, Eric. We appreciate that. They are done with rolling tonight, but I thank you for the support. I will answer that question immediately when these 4 are ready. We will be talking about that coming up soon. It will not be next week because we have some stuff that we're planning to bring in. But what we're going to do, we're going to wind this down. We're going to do the round the table and let everyone have a bit, and then a little bit of back and forth if people want to. I don't want to rush us off tonight. We are going to be doing, I believe, we're going to be doing our post-stream hangout for our Patreons. So I would, I don't want to sound like I'm trying to separate you from your money. However, this might be one that's worth the $5. Just saying. And then Patreons and backers on the Kickstarter will get an invite. I believe, unless the ladies have a different schedule, we will be dark next week because we will be having our wrap party. And so that'll be a chance for us to hang out with our backers and our Patreon subscribers on Zoom and just to talk out how the season went. Talk about the highs, the lows, the ins, the outs, the confusions. It'll give the 4 of them a chance to fully roast the DM, knowing full well I cannot change anything that's coming up with season 1. Season 2, on the other hand, season 2, I can still mess with them. So they're going to have to temper the roast. I'm going to start with Tiffany for going around, and I'm going to let Pond be the anchor again. Because I think that her stars are going to be the ones that we want to give. We want to give her time to kind of gather her thoughts for those. So Tiffany, do you want to start our usual end of stream chat?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Tiffany, or TS, and I played Sib, your favorite human ranger, whose plans sometimes the roll goes well when it maybe shouldn't have. That's a new one. God, so many stars. I will put forward that I now have a regret. Kind of regrets that she prevented that happening. Account. I actually kind of think one of the stars was rushing in to save the horse. to the end of all else. But not introducing the queen in that way was pretty awesome. So I guess I'll go with that.
Molly, you want to take it next?
Sorry, I was writing notes. I'm barely Molly. I played Samantha Metal, who is now older than she was when the start of this happened. I'm gonna have to do new character art. But Star of the Night. The horse was a good one. The whole the whole thing, really. I mean, I think my star was definitely like the whole Aveline trying to run through the convert. Like I seriously was, my face is still damp. I'm sweating really badly. Like I didn't know if we were losing Aveline or not. And also, I didn't know if I was doing the right thing by not doing enough to stop you. Like, would you have just died? Would you just have not existed? I don't know. So that was a big star, but I'm also big concern about it if we did the right thing. But I think we did the right thing.
And okay.
Hi, I'm NLK, and tonight we played Katie, the half-orc forge cleric. I think the drag so much. I would say like the whole thing for me really, it was so good. The fact that we didn't get to kick the absolute living piss out of Ted. Bringing it in. But no, the whole dragon sequence was great because now there is just a blue dragon somewhere that has a Twinkie stuffed in its nose. Like, I just don't know when that's going to pop up.
It's not just a blue
again.
dragon. It's a blue dragon that wants Ted's stuff.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah,
did not miss. Nope, did not miss that. So yeah, it's great. It's great. No, just the whole thing was honestly so much fun.
Awesome. And then Pond, you get to anchor us again.
Hi, everyone. I'm that other Pond. I play Aveline, the almost dead, maybe not human fighter. Selfishly, my star of the night was that whole sequence going on there. I'm really glad that we left it up to a roll. I know that Rob, you originally said like I got to choose, and I was like, I can't choose this like as a person. That was very difficult for me. So I liked that a role came into it, and like how that all played out. But I'm also really looking forward to how that will change like kind of the party dynamic a little bit, because I like a little animosity personally. I think it'll be really fun. Also, I'm team I love the dragon. I always love when an attractive dragon comes into the game somehow. They're always hot. So,
Why is everybody hot?
I know.
Sam's like, see, even if we can't get your fiance back, I have a new wife for you.
I think the only one not hot has been Ted, actually.
I know, right? And the Gnolls. The Gnolls.
And the Gnolls.
I will have
But maybe
you know
one with
that
hats.
Quattlebaum's
Maybe they're hot
wife.
for no.
Quattlebaum's wife is very sure he is hot.
Every
he's
time she
married?
sends him out to battle. Oh,
Oh.
yeah, he very much is encouraged by his wife to go fight. And he told us that.
It's true.
Yeah, true. All right. My name is Rob, aka Lantern Noir. I was the DM. I have no singular moment I want to pick out other than just watching the interplay. I love this group. I've been so conflicted about how much I want to stretch season 1, because there's always room to stretch a campaign, because I know they have said they want to keep playing this on and on and on. And I'm blessed and honored to have their faith to tell these stories with them. And as much as the DM usually gets the credit for it, I don't, because of the stuff that matters the most about tonight, I had no hand in. I just put this, I gave these 4 amazing storytellers a scenario, and they told an amazing story with it. That's my star, is that y'all showed up tonight, because every time the 4 of you come into the Zoom call, I have an amazing night. And that's where that's at. However, as a fan of Kevin Feige, I don't think we're done tonight. You see, when the credits were over, the camera is going to pan down into an encampment. A pair of leather boots are going to stride out of a tent. Ma'am, it's been spotted again. And a very firm voice of a lady general known as Juniper will snap back. Get the scouts up there. I want every report. I want every mage that we have found to investigate it. The first one brought magic. We will find a way through. Yes, milady. Then the theater lights come up.
Well, I was gonna say, is there a Batman walkie-talkie in the tall grass with rain raining down on it?
Maybe. I'm not saying that part. So yes, Les, there's a guest star coming up someday. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to need to breathe for a moment, and then we're going to need to talk. I am going to send you guys for now over to hang out with somebody. I'm just checking to see how long everyone that we would go to has been on, so I don't send you to a stream that's about to wrap. The good news is that she's only an hour or two in, so we're going to send you over to someone that we often raid on Wednesday nights, Cassie Mothwin. She is an artist, content creator, a dungeon master, and a writer. She creates D&D content that you can. She has a couple of adventures you can get. She is always fun to hang out with, so go have a good time hanging out with her. If you are not a Patreon, you might consider subscribing, because by tomorrow morning you'll have our immediate reactions. And then again, Patreons and Kickstarter backers, these amazing people who made season 1 happen, will have invites to that hangout, and then you'll be able to ask questions. And you can quiz everybody on their character backgrounds and stories and everything else that made this season happen. So thank you to everyone here. Thank you especially to all of you. Huge thank yous to Eric for the nonstop cheering, as well as Wooly Nelson. Thank you to Hot Wheels for joining our community. Thank you to A Wisdom for supporting us, Firestorm for following, and thank you to El Santali for becoming part of our family. It was great to have you hanging out with us tonight. We hope you come back again soon. Till the next time, folks, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, please, you know that, just stay safe.